News Weekly. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Batman News Weekly, the first episode of 2022. It is still year 3 of the podcast. This is episode 121. Happy New Year to everybody. Hope you guys liked our last 2 episodes. New year, same shitty society kind of world that we're living in, you know? So, I wish there was kind of a reset every year, which, everybody tries to do that, but unfortunately, looks like things are shutting down.
I keep getting the TikToks of like New Year, new. Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna jinx it this time.
Yeah. I mean, I made a goals video because the last 2 years I've just been like, all right, whatever. And I was like, you know what? Let me give me something to strive for after last year's kind of shitty year. So I made one anyways. Got some high goals to do, but yeah, man, I went to go get some food today. And they had somebody outside being like, do you have an online order? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, okay, you can go in. And they were like holding people outside. So I was just like,
like shit is shutting down,
Yeah.
which does bring me to a question that
Mhm.
is in regards to the Batman that I kind of want to start off with because there seems to be some more delays in movies recently.
Yeah.
So just this past week or just this week with the hype of No Way Home, everybody thought, oh, Morbius is really going to kill it in theaters.
Yeah.
It delayed it until April.
Yep.
So do you think it's possible if the Batman is going to move?
I could see it getting pushed back to July. I could see it getting pushed back to October.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Because even something in the summer, E3 has been officially announced for an online only presentation.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I hope they cancel Comic-Con this year. Like, I don't want to. Here's the thing. So my favorite band was gonna play on my birthday, and I was like, oh, I always do the birthday stream. I was like, and dude, our city sucks. Like,
Yeah.
And so I know that nobody's gonna be masked. It's a show, so everybody's like, I'm gonna be moshing, man. I don't want my mask on, and it's a shitty venue. So I was just like, it's a shitty, like, enclosed venue. They would probably open the doors, but it's still pretty shitty and it's so cramped. I was like, that's just begging to get fucking Omicron, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I was like, it's my favorite band. I've seen them 18 times. I can skip this one. Fuck it. They canceled their first half of the tour. And I was like, yes, I'm not going to fucking miss it. And I was like, fuck yeah. And so I'm not going to miss it after all. But dude, yeah, I can see people canceling or pushing stuff back. But with Comic-Con, unless I get I have some opportunities to possibly get some cash. If the year goes better, then maybe I would chance it because I'm gonna wear like fucking hardcore mask if I go anyways. Like even if things start improving, like I'm talking about cases go down, everything. I am wearing a mask as I'm walking through that whole fucking area if I go. So
I was talking to my co-host for DC Alliance. He's in Canada. For I believe all of Canada, the cases went from like 400 to 4,000 over the case of like 2 months or something, 2 or 3 months. No, so get this, Juice. In just this week, the numbers for our city
are terrible.
Is 3,000 by itself.
Yeah.
God. So all of Canada, we almost beat all of Canada.
Yeah.
For just a week.
It's
compared
terrible
to what they had in just a couple months.
Yeah. FYI, for people who are like, damn, how crazy. I mean, we live in a red state, but we live in a blue city, which is funny. And the thing is, though, if I'm not mistaken, our city is also very big into like drinking. And we might be number 1 in the world for like DWI, which is very scary.
Would not surprise me whatsoever.
Yeah, and I feel like when you have a place that people love to drink, it's very rare that a lot of people drink alone, so they drink socially. And so that is going to be spreading stuff. If you're drinking, you're not going to have your mask on. So I think that's where everybody's getting. And it was just the holidays and like, yeah, it's fucking nuts. So if I am a betting man. I would bet that the Batman gets delayed, especially if it's really bad in February. And let's not forget what happened last year in February in Texas. We lost all of our fucking power.
Fuck,
So
dude.
if that happens, and then because you got to remember when people lose power, everybody's like, we got to go to our family members' houses that have power, right? Like that's what
Yeah.
everybody was doing. So
Mhm.
people are going to go to everybody's houses. Obviously, somebody's going to have it, and it's going to spread again through fucking February. You know what I mean? Because they haven't done jack shit to fix that problem.
No.
So it's going to happen again if it
No,
gets as bad as last year.
it's so funny because I think it was the beginning of December
Hmm.
where like I got a notification from the energy company
Hmm.
like, "Hey, we're going to be upping everybody's monthly charge." Basically, "Hey, we need to get all of your money before it shuts down
Yeah.
in February, so we're gonna charge you all now." And then
Hmm.
the next day, like over the weekend, our power went out. I'm like, "Are you kidding me? You asked me for
Did
money
you
and then
call them for that? I always call when my
yeah,
shit goes out.
yeah.
All the time. Like my internet when that lightning struck our house, constantly was calling. I was like, I haven't had my power. I lost this. I lost that. I was just getting fucking credits. But anyways, speaking of the Batman movie getting delayed, there was we had this discussion, you and I, over our break. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, it was nice to have a break from the podcast for a week, because
Oh
we
yeah,
recorded it early.
yeah,
Like it was so
yeah.
nice.
It was nice.
Yeah. So during that week that we were off, or that time that we weren't recording, they dropped a third Batman trailer. And this trailer was called The Bat and the Cat. So of course I got fucking sucked in. Like I was just like, I broke my rule of watching it. And I wish I didn't watch it. Because I feel like they showed so much of this damn
Well,
movie
I
in
was
that trailer.
I told you I was like, "There's a third trailer," and you're like, "Wait, is it on Twitter or is it on YouTube?" I was like,
Yeah.
"It's officially released. It's on YouTube." He's like, "Is it worth it?" I was like, "I don't know." Wait, damn it, I'm gonna watch it. Oh shit! If I feel like it showed too much, and then
Yeah.
you're like, "It did show too much." I would have had and watched it anyway.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to revamp my reaction channel this year. So I was like, okay, the Batman usually will probably get some views. And I reacted to it, and I wish I wouldn't have. I shouldn't have broke my rule. I fucking went against my Batman instincts, my one rule, and I fucking broke it. And this is what happens, kids. You shouldn't have broke it. Because, dude, that trailer, for one, you didn't need to show me as much as they showed me of that car chase. Like, seriously.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So you're right. The marketing for this was very, very smart, especially with the popularity of just Batcat fans
Yeah.
overall. Um, and even I think it was the audio engineer
Hmm.
for the movie posted this as the final trailer. This is the final
Oh,
trailer.
is it?
So
It should be.
yeah, he posted it earlier this week or today or something like that. He's like the final trailer is out now.
Hmm.
Um so we aren't going to be getting we'll probably get like another like 15-second tease to show
Yeah.
when when tickets are on sale or whatever,
Yeah.
but they're like, "Oh yeah, final trailer out now." And this did feel like a final trailer.
Yeah.
Now, I will say one thing that I feel like a lot of people probably needed to see, but kind of like got a glimpse. This solidified it. But in this trailer, you see Pattinson kick ass to the
Yeah.
point of like there was a legit Arkham City or not Arkham City, Arkham Knight fucking takedown that
Hmm.
I saw. And it looked awesome. Like
Yeah.
it's cool, but it did show a lot. I felt that there is a people keep telling me, "Dude, you're the audio engineer. Like, don't you know about audio manipulation?" I'm like, "Yes,
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
know about audio manipulation, but I feel like these trailers need to convince people to watch this movie, and if that means giving away a plot point or two, they're
Yeah.
going to do it."
Yeah. Everybody was on board with this movie after the first trailer. I did not
Mhm.
hear one person be like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I want to watch it. Everybody was like,
Yeah,
oh my God, Pattinson's the greatest
exactly.
Batman of all time. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So yeah, and I'm assuming everybody's telling you that because you hear the Riddler talk, essentially say, like, I know you're Batman, essentially,
Basically.
and say, like, the Waynes are bad people. So they give away the whole fucking story right there. And everybody's like, bro, it's a fucking bait and twist, dude. Like, he doesn't even know them. Like, actually, Batman's playing the mind games. So he's like letting Riddler think that, but he's actually not. I'm like, all this kind of bullshit. And I'm like, nah.
This is a brand new Batman. Like, this is
Yeah.
a year 2 Batman.
Yeah.
Yes, it is weird because we're also getting an origin in year 2. Don't know why. But this is not somebody who has solidified his technique as a vigilante.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't see everybody thinking, like, oh, this is going to be, like, the greatest Batman that we all know and love 80 years later and put into year 2. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Do you think Reeves would do this? So let's say Riddler knows, because I don't believe this bait and switch shit. I think he knows. I genuinely, I would be surprised if they pull something and it's actually not, fucking Riddler doesn't know that Batman's fucking Bruce Wayne. Do you think they kill Riddler to keep the secret? Because the one thing in Batman
they did
movies,
with Ross.
Yeah. The one thing with Batman movies is they usually kill the people that know he's Batman that are villains. Because this is the problem when you make these things so realistic or you try to make them real, is nobody's going to keep that secret. Nobody keeps secrets. Even in real life, people love the tea, as they say. So of course, if fucking Jeff Bezos came out that he was a fucking villain or fucking Batman, people are like, oh, fuck, Bezos is Batman. You know what I mean? Like, that would not stay a secret. So that's why they always kill these. Because, like, what's probably going to happen is he's going to beat him, and then fucking Riddler's going to be like, solve this riddle, or what's the riddle of blah, 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 blah. And he's going to kill himself. The cop-out move. And I'm going to be like, that was fucking stupid. Because the reason why The Dark Knight was so good, right, is because he didn't know he was Batman, right? It's been so long since I watched the film. I mean, he didn't know he was Bruce Wayne, did he? I forget. Joker. Did he know he was Bruce Wayne?
There, from what I remember.
Oh, but he knows Rachel, so maybe?
Yes.
So he does. Yeah. So, but the cool thing about, even with the end of that story, is Joker won in the end. Like, that's what made the story so great. You know what I mean? He didn't win in the way that he wanted to, with, everybody killing themselves on the boats, and Batman's like, people always choose good. But he fucking, he saw fucking Harvey Dent die. Their White Knight died. You know what I mean? Yeah. He turned him evil, so he still won. And he turned the audience against Batman. And I think that's what a lot of people forget about that film, that, Batman didn't win. And I thought that was pretty awesome. And, I think when villains kill themselves or whatever, it's kind of, they're pulling the Hitler. They're taking the Hitler route and taking themselves out. But I'm not a big fan of that. Like, Batman's he's got to win in the end, and he's got to save everybody's life. If he just fucking ends up killing people, letting people die, it's kind of stupid. Which was the biggest problem with Batman Begins, But yeah, I don't think there's going to be a bait and switch. I think they gave away some of the movie. And you know what? I am hoping to be wrong. I've said this a million times on this podcast. I would love to be wrong. If it turns out that he doesn't know and it's a totally different story, please come to this podcast and tell me, Juice, you were wrong.
I don't think he's going to die, because I think my ending for the movie is going to come true.
Rehash that. What was that?
So I think what they're going to end up doing is, I think that Batman is going to save Gotham at the end of the movie. Mm-hmm. He's going to throw Riddler in Arkham.
Yeah.
And we're going to see and or hear the Joker from a cell in Arkham to tease the second movie.
Yeah. I still think you close out with the Joker. I don't know why they're doing that. But then again, there's two versions, so may or may not have that happen.
I just think that, like, everybody loves the classic Empire Strikes Back formula of, hey, you introduce the heroes, the villains win, and then the heroes triumphant. Like, it's a classic formula that everybody loves. So I think it's...
I just feel like the second movie, everybody blows their load, you know what I mean? And then you don't... What do you expect for the third one? Like, it's just like, okay. Like, you already gave me the Joker. He's the best villain out of all of them. Who are you going to give me for the third one? It just...
The Batman Who Laughs.
Oh, God. I don't even know if I'd watch that.
You have to show me that you're willing to give me a comic booky Batman before I
Yeah.
see Batman Who Laughs.
Yeah,
I'm
you
sorry.
cannot do that in this world
Yeah,
at all.
no. Um,
But yeah.
I don't know what you would do for the third one if you go Joker, and I mean, I guess we didn't really know where Nolan was going until we heard, oh shit, Bane's coming to Gotham.
Yeah.
Um, but if you want to keep it grounded, you can't go too crazy. You
Yeah.
know, like
Two-Face. We're gonna end it with him, like, you know?
you're gonna just switch
The
the
order.
villains
Yeah.
of the Dark Knight trilogy.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't know, man. We'll see. But after I saw that trailer, man, I lost a little bit of hype for the movie. I'm not gonna lie. And people are like, "You're just being a Debbie Downer." I'm just like, bro, I'm just being real with you. Like, I saw too much in that trailer. A lot of people said that a lot of Selena's scenes had already been shown before, which I'll agree with that. But she didn't have dialogue before, and so we got a lot of dialogue
No,
this time around.
we got a lot of dialogue, but the thing is, we got a lot of follow-ups from those scenes that
Yeah.
we had seen before.
Hmm.
So, like the one with the purple hair, we had seen that one before, but immediately after that, we see Pattinson without his mask in the hoodie with his eye makeup around. And I'm like,
Yeah.
well shit, now I know that they're probably chasing somebody.
Yeah.
Like it, it gets to a point where you can basically get these three trailers and
Hmm.
you're like, okay, well, I know this scene is gonna go with this scene, and this is coming after this, and this is before this, and this is the overall narrative of the story. And I told you, I think I said it in a text. I said I don't want to go into a movie and then watch the movie, and the entire time I'm watching it, that was in the trailer. That was in the trailer.
Oh
That was
yeah.
in the trailer. That was in the trailer.
Hmm.
Like I hate it when that happens.
That's how I saw Suicide Squad. After
Yeah.
watching the two trailers, I was like, bro, I've seen all of this. And they didn't have a moment where I was like super wowed, you know? I was just like,
Yeah.
oh shit. Which was what was my, I mean, and at the time I loved BVS, but seeing Doomsday, I was just like, oh, I didn't want to see that. Like, you could have saved that for the movie and I would have lost my shit. You know what I mean? That was
Yeah.
one of the biggest gripes. Like, if you're editing trailers, don't ever give away Doomsday. Like, that's the main thing. Don't ever give away your biggest surprise. But yeah, either way, we're still going to see it. Yes. Are we going to see it in 2022? We'll find out. Who
Who
knows?
knows?
But we have a bunch of other news that has not been making a lot of people happy going around lately. We're going to get to that because I want to knock out, I feel like we're going to talk about the most. So we'll get to that in a little bit. But we also have Michael Keaton talked about why he passed on Batman Forever. Did you see this?
I I had seen people sharing this article. I didn't
Hmm.
actually read it. Um for the most part, the gist of what I got was like, that's way too goofy and silly. I'm not gonna do it. And apparently it was his biggest paycheck ever. And he was like, nah, still not doing it.
Yeah, essentially, like, because I believe it was going to be another director, so he didn't want to do that. And then he said right here is like, it was always Bruce Wayne. I was never Batman. Keaton said of his view of the character. To me, I know the name of the movie is Batman, but it's hugely iconic and very cool and cultural icon because of Tim Burton, artistically icon. But I knew from the get go it was Bruce Wayne. That was the secret. I never talked about it. Everyone would say, Batman, Batman, Batman does this. I kept thinking to myself, y'all are thinking wrong here. It's all about Bruce Wayne. What kind of person does that? Who becomes that? So he's saying that he was always the character of Bruce Wayne. But I mean, Bruce Wayne's the mask. So
It's really funny that he says that because you look at Batman now,
mhm,
we don't talk about Bruce Wayne. We
never.
talk about Batman.
Yeah. I mean, it's true. But it's funny, like, what's funny is he doesn't go around saying, I'm Bruce Wayne. You know what I mean? He doesn't go around saying that. He fucking goes around saying I'm Batman everywhere. So that was interesting. It's just something I wanted to talk about. Because yeah, I think a lot of people were curious on why he didn't continue. Everybody remembers like that's what Batman used to be, man. It just used to be different actors in the fucking suit. Like you went to go watch Batman and that was it. So there was that. Also, something that came out today, which was kind of insane. something we shit on all the time, the CW, is
Oh
being put
yeah.
up for sale.
So this is fucking nuts, okay?
Yeah.
So I have watched things other than superhero genre on CW.
Hmm.
I watched all 15 seasons live of Supernatural.
Hmm.
Uh Me and my wife for a while were watching Riverdale, and then that got just way too out of hand. Decided not to watch it. And now you everybody thinks, oh, all of these superhero shows are just super successful because they keep getting renewed, they keep bringing new stuff in,
Yeah.
and then it comes out. So the news comes out. Okay, uh, uh, I think it's CBS is
Hmm.
the partial owner,
Yeah.
and WB are wanting, or Warner Media are wanting to sell.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Let's we who would buy this? You know, maybe we can get a revamp of some of these shows. Cool. And then the next day, not even a full 24 hours comes out, and there's another article that says, "Oh, by the way, they're wanting to sell because they have not made money since 2006."
Yeah. That's when I graduated high school.
That that is when I entered high school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's insane. So that means they've just been breaking even.
They have been breaking even for 16 years. Well,
Yeah.
this will be its 16th year.
That's insane.
How? Why? How? Why didn't you sell sooner?
Uh, shit, I don't know, man. Like, it's crazy to believe that. I mean, it makes sense on why some of these costumes and stuff are so shitty now.
So not only that, but now you understand why like actors aren't getting the benefits that they have been asking for. Crew
Hmm.
members have not getting benefits that they've been asking for. Like people don't get paid for shit on those shows apparently. Like
Yeah. I I would love for it to be sold and then none of those shows come back. Like, just fucking end it. Like, you know? But I'm
and
assuming people would want to buy that because of those properties. So,
yes and no. Now, here's the weird thing. So, the Supergirl show
mhm.
was originally NBC,
Yes.
and then it got moved to CW.
Mhm.
I would like to know, like, how do the rights work with everything when it comes to, because it's not like Warner Media, it's not like
Mhm.
WB can just be like, hey, we're gonna renew The Flash on HBO Max. I don't think they
Yeah.
can do that because CBS technically owns a portion of that. I think WB would have to pay them, hey, we're gonna pay you this much to renew this show,
Yeah.
like actors and all, on our platform. Now they
Yeah.
can make a separate Flash show. They can, because they own the
Yeah.
rights to the DC characters, and so they can make it. But if they were to basically move that show to HBO Max, they would need to buy it out basically,
Yeah.
and that's insane.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'd rather it just all fucking go away and everything be on HBO Max, you know? I
Mhm.
don't never liked the idea of like that's why I didn't watch all the Marvel shows because you had one on ABC, you had some on Netflix, you had some on fucking Fox, what FX
Oh,
or whatever.
the
Like
yeah.
they were all over the place, and I'm like, bro, I can't keep up with these. There was some on some epic streaming service or bullshit like Knife and what is it, Cloak and Dagger was
Oh,
on something
Cloak
random.
and Dagger was on what was the ABC Family? What was that? What is that called now?
Oh, I don't fucking know.
It's called something new. I can't remember
Yeah.
exactly what it was
And
called.
then what was the other one? Runaways was on Hulu.
Yeah.
Like they were all over the place, and I'm like, bro, just I want one place to get all this shit. Make it HBO Max. That's it. And I mean that's the one good thing about Disney Plus, right? Is like everything's starting to be there now.
Yeah.
So that's cool about that. But yeah, man, fucking sell it. Like I'm done with that show. If that comes out of 2022, like that'd be great.
But like my thing is, they just announced that they're in development of the Gotham Knights show.
Cancel it.
After this news, I'm sorry, you cannot move forward with this.
Yeah.
Like, just this. Give it the all Yeller treatment, man. Just put it out
Mhm.
back, Walking Dead style. Stare at the flowers.
Yeah.
You know, blow its brains out. Sorry.
Yeah, Arrowverse has gotta die, man. It's been too long. The seasons were too long. Like everything. I mean, we always say you just drop it down to 13 and it's doable at that point, I think. And I think you'd bring people back to watch because dude, some of those filler episodes, I was like, ugh, I gotta cover this shit this week. Like, that was
Yeah.
boring. And yeah, so I say good riddance to the CW. I do want to say I hope everybody that works on the CW finds work after that. I don't think they're gonna go anywhere. Like they're gonna whoever's buying that is like, okay, we want access to those shows. But
Yeah.
what I feel like's gonna happen is all those people on those shows are gonna be like, we're done, dude. Like I don't think Flash gets to season 9.
No, I don't think so either. I think that near the tail end, because here's the thing, they had the 5 episode crossover event, right?
Yeah.
It ended at the end of December,
Hmm.
and they're like, "Hey, because of scheduling, we're having a hiatus until March."
Yeah.
2 months.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
It's like, what the hell? Like, it's
I don't
it's
know.
insane. I think that near the tail end of this season,
Hmm.
that Grant Gustin's going to come out and say, "Hey, I'm not going to be the Flash anymore. Peace out."
Yeah. I wonder if it's maybe I haven't seen him in anything else, man. I wonder if
Mm-mm.
that's why he stayed on for so long. Because I know like he had dreams of being in like other big things. So
I
uh
mean, I am. There was reports, and I believe them. He's going to be in the Flash movie, and that's probably the
yeah.
biggest thing he'll be in for a while.
Yeah, we'll see, man. Speaking of the Flash movie, okay, so this is a big clusterfuck, like to be honest. So it came out from somebody on Twitter. Take this with a grain of fucking salt. Because I have never seen this Twitter account in my life. I don't did you do any research on this Twitter account?
So it it snowballed so fucking fast.
Mm-hmm.
I sent you the one that I saw.
Yeah.
And then after that, every fucking body, except for the trades, started to put out articles about this because it was
Yeah.
creating buzz. So technically, you take it with a grain of salt because no big trades have reported it. You
Mm-hmm.
know? So the big news here, and it's not news because this is something that we had heard before, and Juice didn't want to talk about it because it's too out there and like there's nobody really picking this up. Okay, cool. Now for some reason it has been especially confirmed apparently. Um quote unquote confirmed. And
Mm-hmm.
so people are losing their fucking minds.
Who was
Now,
like have any of the big scoopers confirmed this?
so
Like
I believe
RPK or anybody?
so RPK has confirmed this. Walsh has confirmed this. Um, I give her no validity, but Randolph has talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Well, she'll talk about anything.
yeah, like it has had its like scoops as far
Yeah.
as like, hey, this does track. Um, but what we are talking about is the news that the Flash movie will erase Man of Steel and BVS and Justice League out of its continuity.
Yeah. Which I have no problem with.
I have no problem with this. The problem that I have is that the follow up to that rumor is that, of course, we knew this. Ben Affleck is done with Batman. Woohoo.
Mm-hmm.
He's already been done with Batman. This was a swan song. He got to say goodbye to the character. Cool. The second part of that is Henry Cavill is apparently done with Superman
Yeah.
without getting to say goodbye to the character.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucked up. And I still think Henry Cavill could be your best Superman.
Yeah.
But they refuse to play ball with him.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So that's what I'm upset about.
Yeah. I agree with that.
But like, I still own Man of Steel. I can watch
Mm-hmm.
that whenever I want, right? Like, the only thing that upsets me is that I do not get continuation of that character, of that version of the character.
Yeah.
Like, and that's really all that is. But people are going fucking crazy over this news because the term "erase the Snyderverse"
Mm-hmm.
has been used in almost every fucking article about
Yeah.
this, and so of course it's just to get the clicks. But the news that goes along with this is that they are doing this in order to bring along Sasha Calle's Supergirl.
Mm-hmm.
They're bringing back Michael Shannon as Zod.
Yeah.
And then there is apparently going to be a specific scene at the end of The Flash that shows the audience, hey, this is your new Justice League.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's a rumor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is what I see from this, because this TikTok person, I'm not gonna say their name because I don't want to give them a lot of clout, you know, but they created their account in October. So they haven't been around that long.
Mm.
So that if there hasn't been an account around for that long, I'm a little weary because I feel like they might be just trying to get some clicks or whatever. And of course they're retweeting anything and everything that has to do with anything they've said, right? Like that's what they always try to do to make it viable. So one of the biggest things is this person came out and said, Supergirl now is the main soups on Earth. Keaton is Batman, and Batgirl will become the new Batman after her film. That's what he said. Then he quote tweeted it saying, "Movie ends with Flash and Supergirl and Shazam forming a new Justice League." Well, David F. Sandberg, who is the director of The Flash, came out and said Shazam is joining the Justice League. 2022 started now with some great news! Exclamation mark. Then he had a photo of Milhouse, classic Milhouse scene, when he's wearing his capri pants, and he's all like, "Everything's coming up." Well, it says Batson, but
Yeah.
it's Milhouse. Like that's the thing, and
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a great joke. And then he comes back and says, that what did he say? That he was, I haven't watched or read the script of The Flash, so I guess anything could happen as far as I know. I don't know if they would just fucking not involve David Sandberg in that, though. I mean, it's possible. It's very possible.
It is possible. And I do think that people lie. Like,
Yeah.
that's just what it is. And I think this isn't so, unless it comes out that like, oh, Muschietti had a meeting with Patty Jenkins, with Sandberg, and with everybody else that has directed a, DCEU movie.
Yeah.
James Wan. And they're like, hey, just so you know, we're going to be playing with your characters. Is there anything specific that you want to be portrayed? Blah, 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 to kind of connect to your other movies. Like, they could have had that round table, like, behind the scenes, and then it comes out later, hey, this is what we did. Like, that could come out.
Yeah.
But I don't know. And I love how everybody is also freaking out at the phrase Batgirl will become the new Batman.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, she can't be Batman, she's Batgirl.
Yeah.
And I'm like, guys, she's going to represent the bat symbol in the Justice League.
Yeah.
And we had this conversation on this podcast. We have been wanting Barbara in the comics to be a leaguer. We're getting that now.
Yeah, supposedly. In the worst way possible, in my opinion.
Yes, because I will admit, I have said this before. I said it on Twitter. I said it on other podcasts. This movie is such a clusterfuck. Now, don't get me wrong. I am interested to see how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
But as it stands, hearing everything that is going on, this movie was strictly made to erase Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
And they were like, hey, Ezra, I don't care about your character development right now. We just
Yeah.
need to make sure these guys are erased.
Yeah.
And it's a Flash movie. I still need character development from him, and I don't think we're gonna get any from his own movie.
Yeah, and we have 2 of him,
Yeah.
which is gonna be fucking weird. I could easily see this movie being fucking awful, which is sad because it
Yeah.
seems like it's gonna be cool, but I could just see it being a clusterfuck of just bad movie. I'm gonna give the director the benefit of the doubt because his last movies have been great. I liked it. I mean, Clay
It
didn't
Chapter
see
2
half of it,
was
but
fucking
yeah,
terrifying, but it was good.
yeah. So, I don't know, man. I don't like the idea. Again, I I don't know if this is WB trying to play, the woke card here. We're very progressive on this podcast. We want a bunch of
Mhm.
things, but they're literally flipping the Trinity. We're gonna go with 2 girls and a guy this time when we've never gotten the actual Trinity on theater
What
on
would
the big screen. Really,
what's the Trinity then?
the Trinity
Then
is Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. But now they're
yeah.
gonna flip it where it's gonna be 2 girls and a guy. So it would be Shazam,
No, 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 no.
Batgirl.
So people are still saying that Gal is in this movie also.
I've
And so
seen that, but I'm
she's
I'm going off the guy's tweet who's
oh,
forming the
okay.
new Justice League.
Okay. So if Shazam is part of the new trilogy, okay, I can understand that new quote unquote trilogy.
Yeah,
But if Trinity, not trilogy,
yeah,
but if Gal is still part of the Justice League, then you have an all-female Trinity.
yeah. And we saw how well that did in Avengers Endgame. You know, so
See,
granted
that
that was a scene,
that
but
was a scene that felt like, hey, we're gonna do this just for this one fact.
yeah,
Whereas this, they kind of have set up for it. So the next time you see them,
yeah,
it's supposed to be organic, you
yeah.
know?
I agree. And I'm not gonna hate this. If they do it well, I'm gonna be like, fuck yeah, this is dope. I'm not gonna care, right? Like,
Yeah.
I didn't like Zoe Kravitz being Catwoman at the start. And I'm like, she looks fucking great. She's dope. I have
Yep.
no problem with changing my mind. I'm not one of those people that has to fucking die on a hill.
Yeah, no, neither am I. Like I am a pessimist because of how much of this shit has gone wrong.
Yeah,
So I'm always gonna second guess
yeah.
everything
Until
until you
you,
prove me
yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
I'm gonna
Until you give me a
still
track
question it.
record, until you give me a solid track record of you not fucking up, I'm gonna always think of you as a fuck up.
Yeah,
Like, it takes time to change, and they've been up and down since the start of the DCEU.
yeah,
So, could this be awesome? Sure. Is it gonna be awesome? Time will tell.
yeah.
Because if this Flash movie fucking sucks, it's over. Blow it all up. Like, don't even
Start
continue.
over, new
Yeah.
origin.
Just kill everything. Just be like, we're shutting down production on everything, which would suck for everybody that's put in time, but just restart.
I know our boy Blue Beetle has put on the suit already.
Yeah, but they wanted to get bigger, so he's like, fuck, I gotta get bigger. So, I don't
My
watch
thing,
Cobra Kai. Is he still in it?
yeah, he's still in it apparently.
Okay.
But like my thing was though, I was like, they're not doing CGI. It's gonna be a practical suit. Like,
Hey, man, it would probably look fucking dope as a practical suit.
I
So,
mean, every I will give DC that.
yeah,
Out of everything, they probably have the best costumes in
yeah.
comic book superhero movies.
The
So
movies do.
yeah.
We saw what happened with Red Hood, so we don't need that.
Oof.
But yeah, man, overall, like, I've made it very clear. DCEU without a real Batman, I don't give a shit about.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna like, I didn't get one solid movie where I got to see Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman in a dire situation where they have to fight their way out. That's all I want to see. Like, I don't care if Superman and Batman getting their ass beat and Wonder Woman comes in and saves their ass. You could say it happened in BVS, but like, I wanted a Justice League movie, like
Yeah. No, no,
where
no.
you
Like
build that relationship.
I get exactly what you're wanting.
Yeah,
I want it also. And I'm me as a person who loves BVS the Ultimate Edition. I'm not
Mhm.
going to say you got that. You got
yeah,
to see Wonder Woman save Batman,
yeah,
but you didn't get like cuz I saw a TikTok also that was like basically a guy yelling at WB saying like, "Hey, I want this," and like he moved and it was the background. The background was Justice League Unlimited. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
"Whenever I go into a Justice League movie, I want this feeling," and it was
Mm-hmm.
just like that intro where you see all the silhouettes and
Yeah.
everything. So it's like I want that too. Like
Yeah.
I want to be able to see these guys in all of their glory,
For sure.
and we haven't been getting it like almost anywhere, to be
Yeah.
honest. uh I'm really hoping that, Young Justice, like the second half, starts to pick up, because this first half was kind of to be
Mm-hmm.
honest.
Are they still
uh,
talking with their brains?
no.
Oh, okay.
But there has been specific parts of almost every episode
Mm-hmm.
where like it's like a flashback and it's cut into like almost snapshots with a
Mm,
voiceover.
yeah.
And I'm like, you're still not animating stuff. This shows me that you're losing your budget, which means
Yeah.
you're probably not going to get renewed. So
That fucking
there's
sucks.
that.
I
But
mean, we'll find out depending on how Harley Quinn's animated to
oh,
see
that's true.
if they are really cutting the anim. But it would be weird if they're making a Batman show. Why would they cut the animation budget? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
But
but yeah,
I'm hoping that, in the future, this DCEU, whatever they're planning, like I'm not hoping for the best, but I'm hoping for something better.
yeah. Well, I mean, you should hope for the best,
Yeah,
but
I'm
you're
I'm not
wanting
I'm not
something good.
I'm not expecting the
Yeah.
best. Let's say
Hmm.
that. I'm not expecting the best, but I do want better.
Yeah. Yeah, man, we'll see. I mean, dude, because I won't be again. Like, if Batgirl comes out, well, the Flash is coming out before Batgirl, though, right?
Yes.
So, how would that be at the end of Flash? You know, like if
So
you're gonna
Flash
have
comes out
Batgirl
in,
first appearance in the Flash.
I think it might draw more buzz to her when they finally do announce all of her stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But Flash is in November,
Oh, I
and
don't know.
there is speculation that her movie on HBO Max may drop around that time.
Hmm.
So you could drop it either literally right before or right after.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll have to see. I don't. We're gonna get our first taste of these HBO shows this week, right? Isn't Peacemaker
No,
drop?
it's not this week, it's next week, the 13th
Uh,
for Peacemaker.
got you.
I thought it was today, honestly, and then I looked it up. I was like, "Oh, nope." But I will be honest, I have heard basically 50-50. There's a
Really?
from people who have already had the chance. So we, as the audience, get 3 episodes to start with.
Oh, okay.
This show is, I think, 8 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So we're already almost at the halfway point when we start.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it does seem like it's gonna be very comedy heavy. So if you're not a fan, that's the one thing a lot of DCU fans are not like fans of comedy. They want the serious nitty gritty, which I don't mind. I feel like Batman has beat that into them. That's
Hmm.
why. But I mean, if you're a fan of comics, you know not all the characters are serious.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, with Peacekeeper being so stupid, he's like a Deadpool. Like he's, the way they're making him now, right?
Yeah.
So and it's John Cena, like he's not gonna be a serious actor. So, we'll see what happens, but I'm gonna watch it, and if it makes me laugh or whatever, I'm just like, that's cool. That's all I care
Yeah.
about. But it is what it is. Anyways, that's all the entertainment news we got. A bunch of random drama that happened over this. That's a lot, man. That's a lot. Shit. We do have a question for this week from Ivan. From a viewer named Ivan, and they ask, like, we didn't get a lot of questions because I think it was our annual top 10 list.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people were just waiting for the next episode to come back. So definitely leave your questions on this episode if you guys are listening to this on YouTube. If you are listening to this on any podcast platform, stop by the YouTube channel, subscribe, and leave your question in the comment section so we can answer them next week. But they said, do you have a top 5 for Batman books? I don't know if I can do this off the top of my head. I have Hush, maybe the Long Halloween series, Snyder's Run. Fuck. Shit. I have so many books. I mean, I do really like War Games. I don't know if that's in my top 5 though. Uh, and then maybe King's Run.
So when I think top 5 stories, I think of arcs. So
Okay.
I'm gonna do Court of Owls, and this is
Okay.
no particular order. I'm just saying 5 that I
Yeah.
really
Same.
love. So Court of Owls, Long Halloween, Black Mirror, which is
Hmm.
insane because Long Halloween is something that I recently just fucking
Yeah.
read. Um, the Batman Cold Days, which is Tom King,
Yeah.
uh, talking about Batman being Catholic,
Hmm.
and then uh, the last one, hmm, 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 hmm. I would have to say, oh shit,
Yeah. I
I
mean, I
don't.
just fucking fired shit off the top of my head. I've never really given this a thought, like to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like
Because you
there's
could I
something.
could argue year 1 was solid, you know? Like, even though people may or may not like Frank
Yeah,
Miller, like, it defined Batman.
yeah.
So, but, like, there's so many different things you can get into. I'm just thinking off the top of my head, shit that I remember that I absolutely love was Hush, Snyder's Run, King's Run, fucking all that jazz,
Oh,
but
you know what? In game. There. 5.
oh, yeah, Endgame
5
was
arcs.
pretty solid, but that's all, like, recent too, though, a majority of it.
Yeah. I
So
mean, that's all in the last shit, 13 years, 12 years.
yeah, yeah. So there you go. If you guys do want to submit questions, definitely go and do that on the YouTube channel. Now, there's only 3 books for this week, but we are reading last week's books too because there was a lot of stuff that we were covering and we want to continue to cover it. So we have 7 books to review this week. And man, oh man, were some of them solid and some of them were like, okay. Starting off with one of the okay ones was Robin. This was cheesy, bro. What did you think of this?
So the Robin one, I had read it before you messaged me and was like, I kind of skimmed it. I
Yeah,
read this and it legit felt like Williamson kind of went in the wrong direction here.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um, because like I don't want to say he throws my entire prediction out the window,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm afraid for my prediction now because I think
Yeah,
he's doing it the wrong way now, especially
I
with that
agree.
ending. Um, but like you see Robin like trying to fight this demon, this
Mm-hmm.
Lazarus demon or whatever that like they didn't really explain it. They were just like, "Hey,
It's
it's this Lazarus demon and
yeah,
he's going to consume all of the best fighters." And I'm like, "Hold the fucking phone here. Like these are all sidekicks, by the
yeah,
way, people. Like calm yourselves. You don't have a Batman here. You
yeah,
don't have a Nightwing. You don't have a
yeah,
Green Arrow. Like chill the fuck out." And so like you can't touch him because he's like burning hot. And for some reason, Robin takes his blood and like marks his face and shit. Like,
yeah.
what is he supposed to be? Like, don't get me wrong, I understand the idea of like war paint.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know that there are specifics to like what that represents and stuff. But what the fuck was he drawing? It was 2 circles around his eyes.
Yeah.
Like, is he's trying to represent an actual Robin on his face?
I have
Like,
no idea, dude. It was so. What happens before he does that is he has a whole aberration of Pennyworth telling him like, "Get up, son. You're better than this, son." Essentially, like, remember what your dad did. Like, what did your dad do? And he was like, "Well, you were always there for him," and blah blah blah. And he was like, "You're better than this. You're your father's son." And it was just like a pep talk with a fucking ghost, you know, Alfred. And
yeah.
then he's all like, "All right, guys, we gotta fight together if we're gonna beat this demon." And everybody's like,
Oh,
"Yeah."
well, one thing that I did think was kind of cool,
Mm-hmm.
just because of the homage that it was what it was.
Mm-hmm.
We thought that because we saw the preview pages and we're like, oh shit, Robin is gonna think that he is like his father and put himself into this. And it's kind of doing that, but this is
Yeah.
essentially supposed to be Bruce in these flashbacks or in
Yeah.
these homage photos. We get the legit year 2 with seeing behind Bruce's back with the like adult video store right there and everything else.
Yeah.
So I did like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, that's pretty clever. But when when Alfred was like, but what did he do with the bell? I was like, this is way too fucking cheesy, man. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, that's right. He asked for help. All
Yeah.
right, guys, we're gonna do this together.
Yeah.
And like
Swiper, no swiping. Like,
he
shit.
totally, and then when he finally convinces everybody, he's like, okay, guys, everybody who died first, you take care of the lackeys. Everybody else, fight this big guy. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, hey, wait to just like roast everybody in this fucking tournament.
Yeah. And then it ends with them defeating the monster and Robin getting sent back in time to meet the mother of Lazarus and Ra's al Ghul. And I'm just like,
But
what?
what is it called? It says it says
Oh,
next.
yeah. How is this not copywritten?
I think I don't know.
Because it says Back to the Future.
It says
Wait, does
back to
WB own?
no.
No?
But I think it's because of the way they are wording it,
Yeah.
like the font and everything. I think that's why you're safe, I
Yeah.
guess. But it says Back to the Future, and as soon as it said that, I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I was just like,
Oh
oh
no.
god. So they're essentially like they're trying to give Robin Bruce's final crisis story here almost.
It kind of seems like it.
Yeah.
Now, it doesn't look like he went far back enough for that type of story because there was like a caveman Bruce to
Yeah.
that point. But essentially, he's going to be going through time.
Yeah. For 3 more issues, or does this even have an end?
I don't think it does. I thought it was
Ugh.
going to be I thought it was going to be a maxi series at 12.
Yeah.
But with the whole thing with the crossover with Deathstroke and Batman again, I think that this series also spearheads that. So it's going to be a 3-way crossover.
What happened to Robin supposed to be getting a bunch of costume changes and being like a fashion icon? What the fuck happened to that?
What?
You don't remember that? When they first dropped this book, they said he was going to have a lot of costume changes. Like, he was going to have a bunch of different designs and stuff.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah. They announced that because I was like, all right, so they're going to give him a bunch of different outfits or whatever. And I haven't seen fucking one different one.
You keep talking.
Sure.
I'm gonna look this up.
But yeah, for the most part, I didn't care. Like, once I saw those preview pages and he was fighting a big demon type fucking thing, I was just like, it got a little too crazy campy for me. Because you could have easily had this demon possess Connor Hawk and him have to fight Hawk with maybe like special powers, and I would have been okay with that. But like this big physical demon type thing got just a little ridiculous. But I guess you needed that to have. I mean, then again, if Connor was super badass and he was possessed, you could have had everybody fight Connor. And I don't remember Connor dying twice. So, did he die twice? We were questioning that last time.
We were questioning that last time because it almost seemed like he was one of, like, I will say Connor is better than fucking Ghostmaker because he's an OG from before freaking New 52. So I'm always going to love Connor. But they were kind of treating him like a Ghostmaker of like, oh, he's so much better.
Yeah. Right? So if he didn't die twice, you could have had him be defeated and killed, and then he still came back in his third life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, he did technically die because the demon put his heart through him, his hand through him. Yeah. So technically you could have done the same story without this big weird demon shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought it was a little too campy. And then now he's back in time, and I'm just like, I don't care. I don't care. Just give me the new Batman series. I don't care about this Robin shit. Put Robin in that, and that's what I'll read. That's all I really have to say about Robin. Since we
Yeah.
have so much Batman to talk about, let's just knock out Human Target right now.
Okay.
Because Tom King's killing this series, man. I know I slob on the knob, but I'm loving this series, dude. Like the way he portrays Guy Gardner in this, like just
Fuck Guy, dude.
yeah,
Holy
dude.
shit.
Guy is such an asshole, but I loved it.
It was great. Like the way it fucking opened with Guy just like sitting at the foot of the bed, I was like, what the fuck,
Yeah.
man?
And
And freaking Chris is just like, he grabs his fucking gun. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
yeah,
It was good. I really enjoyed this entire issue. Like, he does get the voice of Guy. He does get the like
attitude.
the attitude, the hey, I'm nothing but brawn type of guy.
Yeah.
I really dug this. Uh
I
the the thing that I was questioning though is at the very end, but you go ahead and
no,
keep
I
going.
was just about to say, dude, reading this, like the way Guy's attitude is and everything, I feel like, I hate to say this about heroes, but I feel like Guy could probably be a guy that catches himself a sexual assault charge with the way he acts.
Ooh, dude, like just the way he was talking to Ice this entire
Well,
time
no,
and like had complete disregard to anything she was saying.
yeah, the way he even talked to freaking Chase, where he was all like, "Hey, Ring, uh, what sector is this?" Because he's in his house. And he's like, "This is my house. What are you doing?" He's like, "Ask what sector is this?" I think this is my house. This is my area. And I'm like, how many times has he probably done that to women? Like, yeah,
Fuck.
like get out of my house. Let me tell you, this is my house because I owned all this. You know what I mean? Like, I was just like, and I'm just projecting. I'm just saying his type of attitude
Yeah.
seems like he doesn't take no for an answer, which he definitely doesn't in this freaking issue. But yeah, Guy is one of those dudes who probably got one girl to like him one time and he is obsessed.
Yeah.
And he just talks to Ice like she's nothing. And she has to go hardcore, like, gonna try to kill you type shit. But yeah, so the crazy thing about this was I just love, like, so yeah, Chase tries to shoot him. Guy blocks it. He's like, man, you know what happens when you try to go against a real superhero? And he beats the shit out of him. Like, how is there, and it's funny, and maybe this is a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing, but I think when a comic makes you think about certain things like laws or whatever, I'm just like, there's got to be some kind of superhero law against normal people. You know what I mean?
So I question this, and again, this isn't continuity.
Yeah.
Like, not really. It really
Well,
depends
King
on
says he usually writes everything to be continuity, though.
yes, and I had to take it out of continuity for this one thing.
Okay.
So usually, I am pretty sure if people know this, please either back it up, or if I'm wrong, please tell me otherwise.
Mm.
But I am pretty sure that the ring itself would not like actually like stops you from using it against random civilians. Like,
But he was shot at.
oh,
So
that's true.
the
That's
ring
true.
could be like you're defending yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
you know. Yeah, because I was very curious, man. I was like, this is a normal dude who one is dying, and you're beating the shit out of him with the Green Lantern ring. Like, if you're a hero, you should be able to do this by yourself.
Well, not only that, but let's, get into the real world here.
Mm-hmm.
He's a space cop.
Yeah.
There are cops that abuse power all the
Oh,
fucking
for
time.
sure.
And
Yeah.
there's some that get away with it and some who don't. And essentially, King is showing just another cop abusing power. Like, that's
Yeah.
all it is. So,
Yeah.
like, I'm sure, and they kind of tease that there could possibly be a way. Like, don't get me wrong. If Superman was in this fucking room, he would be
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh, hell no!"
Yeah. Yeah.
Like other heroes would probably say it, but they do make a point to show that Guy is afraid of people when it
Yeah.
comes to how much power he does and does not have.
Yeah. For sure. So yeah, as there's a bunch of harassment going on at the start of the book, and then we see Ice and Chase going to see Booster Gold at his bagel shop, which
Dude,
this is fucking hilarious.
when they trick Guy into passing the red light, that
Yeah.
was fucking gold. It
Yeah.
was great.
That was awesome. So yeah, he's in a sports car, Green Lantern sports car, and he gets fucking rammed by like an 18 wheeler or some shit. I thought that was hilarious. So then we have, they go to Booster Gold's grand opening for his bagel shop, and they're talking about, he has this stupid things about like, oh yeah, here at Booster Gold's, you never have preheated bagels. They're like, whoever preheats bagels or like pre-toast bagels, you know what I mean? Like you do that on the spot. Um, so like there's just funny back and forth, and he's just talking about how like they're asking him questions like, oh, could you happen? And it's like he's not really taking it serious, you know what I mean? Which I love because he's like, why would I do that? Who cares?
Yeah.
I'm over here like
And
stealing seeds from
I
1914 or
I
whatever.
do like people can still pick this up if they had never heard of the Justice Society or
Yeah,
they had never heard of Booster Gold. And Tom King tells basically his origin
yeah,
as soon as you see him. And then, like you said, he's not really taking it seriously because like he's like, oh yeah, I make everything legit. And
hmm
it shows him going back in time to stealing all of these ingredients from
yeah,
like history and
yeah,
making the perfect bagel or whatever. And he also talks about how there comes a time where oh shit, I just noticed something that made me now realize how the ending is possible.
mm,
So what ends up happening is Ice and Booster start to conversate, and he's like, oh man, it's like they're talking a completely different language. They know
yeah,
each other so well. um but when they are done conversating, they leave and they see Guy again, and Guy completely demolished his car.
yeah,
And this is where Ice is like, you need to fix this. Like,
hmm
you're a jerk. I don't know why you keep following us, but you need to fix this. And he's like, oh, but Ice, you're my girl, man. You're my This is Biff from
yeah,
Back to the Future.
yeah,
He is Biff. And I'm
hmm
just like, God damn it, dude. This guy, like, he just is like his persona and everything. He makes me hate Guy even more than I already hate
yeah,
Guy. And Ice is like just freezing the area.
hmm
Even Guy is like putting up a shield, and it looks like he's still like getting cold and he's still like
yeah.
freaking out.
The shield's cracking if you actually look at it.
Yeah.
So
And it gets to a point where you just see her driving the car, and it's like,
yeah,
oh shit, he must have fixed it. And I do like this again. We talked about how the human target is very suave. We get this
hmm
noir type feeling. We get this
James
James
Bondish,
Bond
yeah,
feeling. Um, and so they're dropping her off at her house, and he's just like, "Don't get out of the car. Don't
yep,
get out of the car. Don't get
hmm
out of the car. I'm good until I get out of the car. So don't get out of the car." And
yeah,
he's like, "No, I'm good. But let me walk you to your door." He's like,
yeah,
"Ah, god damn it."
yeah. So,
uh,
but yeah, and then he's saying like, "Oh, did I surprise you, Christopher?" And he's like, "No." And he's like, "Why is that?" He's like, "I had high expectations, and you met them." She's like, "Oh well, too bad you can't come inside then. I bet there are a few other expectations I could meet." And I'm like, "Oh no!" Like,
like
woo.
let's be honest. We know that King likes to write his sexy
hmm
scenes. There's got to be one in here. Like,
Yeah, we'll see. But will it lead to her being the killer to protect Fire? You know?
oh,
And it's
see,
the whole like, oh, double cross, but I love her kind of,
yeah, yeah.
So be very interesting. And then we go to the ending. Chase is at his place, and fucking guy shows up. He's like, "You and me, bitch. She's not here." Puts chains around him, throws him outside, and he's about to beat his ass. And then fucking how I thought this was Superman, like at first glance, because I didn't pay attention to him having the ring, but I was
Hmm.
just like, oh fuck, Superman's here. And then it was like how, and I was like, oh shit. And then guy's like, how? I mean, it's not what it looks like. And Hal's like, I told you last time you did this, there would be consequences. And he's like, you're gonna have to give up your ring, or you're gonna lose it forever. And he's like, all right, man. And he gives it up, and then he gets knocked the fuck out by Chase, which This is like the biggest thing lately in King's books. He loves doing the fucking Batman Robin punch, or it's like the
Yeah.
slap, but it's like the punch kind of same thing. Loves that panel. Has that done, and then it turns out that it wasn't Hal.
It's
It was a disguise.
Luigi. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait,
Now,
but he got something from Booster Gold to fly, right?
so if you go back to the page where they're saying goodbye to Booster Gold,
Mm-hmm.
Christopher Chase shakes Booster's hand. And then in the very next panel, Booster waves his hand and his ring's not on his finger.
Oh.
He pickpocketed Booster to get the Legion ring. And one of the capabilities for the Legion ring is that it can make anybody fly.
Yeah.
Like that's the
Hmm.
one of like the biggest things that everybody knows about the Legion ring.
Yeah.
So, like you can headcanon that like you can probably go to any toy store just like you can go to any comic book shop
Mm-hmm.
and get a fake plastic Green Lantern ring, right?
Yeah.
So you get the Green Lantern ring at your local whatever store here in the DC universe, but then you have the Legion ring on the other hand that you're not showing.
Mm-hmm.
So that way you are actually portraying this is actually Hal Jordan, you
Yeah.
know? And then you see the little voice thing on his neck after he's taking off the mask and everything.
Yeah.
I thought it was very clever. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, no, it was dope. I thought it was pretty cool. I didn't know about all the Legion ring stuff like that. I was like, oh, he just got Booster Gold tech, and like Booster Gold tech can do whatever because Booster stole every great item there
Well, he
was in the
does say
future.
he's like, hey, can I keep this? He's like, oh no, not the Legion ring.
Yeah, the Green Lantern one.
And he's holding out the Green Lantern one. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, do you think I care? Like, that's what the funny thing was. So the Human Target's been great because it feels different, you know. Like I love this noir type of feel. So yeah, I've been really into that book. Like I think it's fucking dope. So there's that. But moving on to let's see, let's read Detective Comics because this one we have to read this before Shadow of the Bat, if I'm
Yes.
not
This
mistaken.
is 1046, I
Yeah.
believe.
And I mean, not a lot happened in this book, to be honest. It was just essentially like, you know, it's post magistrate kind of thing. And everybody's like, Batman's back. And they're trying to just like, you know, it's as if people think he disappeared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's still showing up. And there's this new character, of course, another new character. I mean, at least I've never seen this character before. So somebody feel free to correct me in the comments if this person has been a thing. But it's this woman that loves to cut people up and murder people. Like it's just her thing.
I have no idea who this is.
Yeah.
The one thing that I did enjoy, there is a panel in here that Dan Mora actually was able to put one of his original characters in.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he has made it a character-owned comic called Once and Future.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the story of Excalibur. It's a Boom, no, not a Boom Studios. I think it's a uh, Image book. I'm
Mm-hmm.
pretty sure. No, it is a Boom Studios book. Sorry. Um, but it's the old lady that is about to get hit by the red car,
Oh,
and,
really?
and she's like, "What the hell?" That character is a main character of his original Boom Studios comic book.
Oh,
So
that's pretty cool.
he
Yeah.
randomly put her in here. So I thought that was pretty cool. Um, I am more interested in what they didn't show us
Mm-hmm.
because, well, for one, we get the dismantled Batman Beyond costume in here. Did
Yeah,
you
I
see
saw
that?
that. Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool. I don't like that Huntress is still having visions.
Yeah, I thought because you mentioned the old woman, I did kind of call bullshit that Batman was able to move a whole car with his grappling hook. I thought that was kind of
Yeah.
silly, but you know, it's comic books, you let it go. Um, but yeah. So yeah, we get to see a lot of things. I don't like Huntress doing that. Uh, but yeah, this was a quick read in my opinion. Like,
It was. No, I think it was. I also think it was a quick read, but it was well paced. I feel
yeah,
like it didn't drag on or anything. I still don't know how I feel about what is her name, Meridian.
Oh yeah,
being in here, just because like it
from the
makes me
movie.
feel about like think about the movie whenever
Yeah.
I see her, and I'm just
Hmm.
like, that's weird.
Yeah.
But her character came from that movie. Like, she isn't an original DC Comics character. She's an
Yeah.
original movie character that was put into comics.
Hmm.
Um,
Well, I mean, Harley Quinn came from the show,
oh, that's true.
so and some of the other villains did too.
Yeah.
So it's just it's everything.
So
Um,
what I was about to say when I said something they didn't show us is actually in the next Detective Comics. So I was about to
okay.
spoil it. So I will talk about it later.
Yeah. But yeah, this was a quick read. I mean, we get to find out that Batgirl, I mean not Batgirl, Batwoman is talking to the reporter that has
Mhm.
been around the whole time. They're swapping information about stuff because everybody is curious about this new Arkham that's going to happen. This big Arkham building, which we're going to talk about in the next issue because I had some problems with. But Batman is out here. He's on top of this rooftop, amazing panels talking to Chase. And he's all like, have you talked to my team or whatever? Like, they're going to be helping you, they're going to be watching you, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. And then Batman says this tower could be the beginning of something new for Gotham, a chance for this city to get real help, a new day. But Arkham is also a gamble. And with some of Gotham City's most violent criminals, a gamble that could bring the darkest night. So just kind of like hinting at what's going to happen in the future.
Yeah.
And then it's called Out and Gone. And then the next issue is called Arkham Tower Rises in the Shadow of the Bat. So this is going to be the next 12 issues, if I'm not
Yes, it's
mistaken.
weekly.
Oh,
So
really?
we're getting it every single week. So 1047 was out this week, which we have read, or at
Yeah.
least I did. So
Yeah. I did too. I swear, our comic book guy chooses the random weeks to just make disappear, and I have to go find that one random week, but he keeps like months before in the
yeah,
thing. I'm just like, all right. Okay, so let's just jump over to 1047 because, like I said, nothing really happened in that one besides talking about the future of Gotham and all this shit and a bunch of Easter eggs.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, what did you think of this? This is the first Shadow of the Bat. What are your thoughts? Batman's
I
already gone, right? At this
Bat
point.
Batman is gone. He's not in here whatsoever. Um, I actually kind of dug this.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing that I'm kind of confused on is this new player that is like the face of the Arkham Towers, like progressive movement, I guess. And like how it's, you know, gonna help all of its inmates, be perfect citizens again. And they
Yeah.
they show the most non-crazy, like, yes, he's crazy, but like non-crazy villain, which
Mhm.
is a brand new villain that we saw attempt to kill the mayor. They're
Yeah.
like, look, we've rehabilitated him. And I'm like, okay, that's not a big thing. Show me that you've rehabilitated Penguin
Yeah.
or Scarecrow or Killer Croc, and then talk to me.
Does Penguin go to Arkham though?
That's a
I
good
think he's a
question.
Blackgate guy because he's not mentally crazy.
Oh,
He's
that's
just a
true.
mob boss.
That's true.
So, but I'm pretty sure he's been in Arkham before.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So there's this new tower, and there's this new guy. What is his name? Doctor Ware.
Yeah.
And like Dr. Ware is talking about how we care about, progress and we care about rehabilitation and we're going to save all these people, blah, 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 blah. Same stuff we've always heard when there's a new Arkham or something, right? So yeah, they show this guy that tried to kill Nakano and he's like, yeah, I'm good. And he's like, he has no chains because I trust him so much. We believe in our treatment here. And he's like, I feel good, doc. And he's like, yeah, cool, yay. And so there's like reporters outside. We see Nakano talking to Chase Meridian outside after the whole Dr. Ware stuff. Dr. Ware's like, Chase, I'm so glad you're here. We have so many good things we're going to do, blah, blah, blah. Then we see Batwoman meeting up with the reporter chick again in a diner, and they're swapping stories. They're like, what's going on? The reporter's like, there's somebody moving some big drugs. Like, there's a lot of drugs coming through. We don't know what's happening with this new Arkham, but there's some players and they're doing some big shit. And so that's the kind of information we get. Then we go to Arkham Tower and we see the girl from the last issue that was just stabbing and killing and murdering everybody. And she's like the face of this going forward.
Why the fuck? would you give that person scissors?
Yeah, and sharp pencils and crayons. Like, yeah, I don't understand
Because
that.
literally the next page is 21 days later and the entire fucking Arkham Tower is on fire.
Yeah. This is what I didn't like. Because it's issue 1 and you're already giving me the problem immediately. So is this gonna be the fucking, what do they call that? What was the movie that Ben Affleck's Batman was supposed to be based off of? Riot or something, Rush Tower, or fuck, I forgot what it was called. But
Wait,
it was
what was supposed to be based off of?
Ben Affleck's movie, the Batman that he was gonna be in, was supposed to be based off this, like,
Oh,
big
that is The Raid.
The Raid, where it's all these people that bust into a big tower and have to fight all the way up to the top, right? It's like cops that are going all the way from the bottom to the top to
Yeah.
destroy this thing, whatever. So that's what the Batman was supposed to be. So they're essentially doing that here. But is this going to be the next 12 issues of them fighting their way through this tower? Because they already have people on the inside.
I didn't even think about that. It might be,
You know?
actually.
Because we find out on the inside that Nightwing's in there, Huntress is in there. She looks like she got her ass beat.
Yeah.
And I think
And
spoilers
if this is the case, then they lied the fuck out of all of their previews. The Shadow of the Bat was advertised as like stories of heroes taking care of Gotham while Batman was away.
Yeah.
And so I thought it was going to be somewhat of like an anthology series for 12 weeks. But if it's just like a 12 issue maxi series of this one event, it better be really fucking good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm intrigued by the story.
Yeah, no, like don't get me wrong. Like when they're like, "Oh, Nightwing's there. Why the fuck isn't he answering? What's going on? What's going on?" And then you just see him and he's in civilian clothing.
Yeah.
I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?"
What's going on in Bloodhaven? You know what I mean? That's the one thing that sucks is when you send these heroes to other cities, right? Like, and then you do all these stories, and you're like, why the fuck is he back in Gotham? Like, is this another thing Tom Taylor's gonna have to deal with?
I hope not.
Or is he gonna be able to tell his story, and then at the end of his story, it's gonna be like, then show this, you know?
Yeah, I hope that there is some like, and again, like this is the problem with us as far as like we see the Bat family as its own continuity, but also a part of a bigger universe.
Yeah.
And so we have a hard time separating them from that bigger universe, right? But these writers are like now given the chance to say, hey, don't care. You don't have to care about anybody else's book. Just write the story you want to write.
Yeah.
Like Nightwing could literally be in a bajillion places all at once because we're not caring about those other books.
Yeah.
And for us, it's kind of hard to still think like that.
Yeah. Yeah, we're already fucking ingrained to think about continuity. And if you're gonna be like, yeah, we don't care anymore, and be like, well, we do. Like, you know? It's like, you're doing the Latin X thing all over again. Like, you're not asking us. But anyways, did you happen to read the story at the end of the book?
Was this the one with the little girl? Oh no, this is the Joker story.
Yes. It was good. I enjoyed it.
I dug this.
Yeah.
So I wasn't gonna read it at first, right?
Same.
I wasn't gonna read it at first, and then I like scrolled down because we read these digitally.
Yeah.
And I saw Joker in the little peephole. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. Because at first, the guy legit for a split second, I was like, is this like a young Gordon? Like, because I thought this was fucking James.
Well, I thought it was the redheaded guy from the story we just read.
Oh, okay. So no. When the teacher says, or when the mother said, oh, that's kind of what she said. I'm not sure Mr. Albuquerque would be happy about the end of the story. So I thought like James had kind of a fucked up head. So I thought that he like made up this crazy story, and you know Barbara was like I don't know about this, but
Yeah.
okay, yeah. So I thought this was a Gordon story, but
Mm.
then when you read it and you're like, oh shit, this this kind of backup story is really good. I
Yeah.
really dug this.
Yeah, so it just goes on to show that, of course, somebody fucked over Joker, and Joker's like, I gotta go pay a house visit. And he's like, we gotta get the fuck out of here. And she's like, what's going on? What's going on? We can't leave. And he's like, no, we gotta fucking leave. Like, get the kid, get some suitcases. We gotta get the fuck out of here. Joker does the fucking, it's Joker kind of, fucking, what is that movie called? Shining
Yeah.
entrance. And they hide the kid in the closet, and they're like don't make a peep or whatever, and he's all like, hey, please, we don't want any trouble, and he's like, well, that's a problem because trouble's all I got. Like, that's what the Joker says. And I'm like, fuck yeah. And then so the kid is watching all this, and his wife is like, what did he do? Oh, he's like, no, he's like, please, whatever my husband did, whatever this is, we can make it right. And he's like, what he did, ma'am, your husband, he did something that can't be made right. He bothered me. Like, that is great Joker right there, man. Like, you
Now,
don't need to give him crazy monologues. Like, this is just
so
good shit.
I'm gonna leave it for the end, but
Mhm.
what happens after that is you just see the aftermath. You
Yeah.
see the scream, you see the aftermath, like right next to the dinosaur toy, all the blood, like, and Joker's like, "Oh, I didn't really think of you as a dinosaur person, so there might be one other person here." And
Yeah.
he's kind of just like scrummaging through things. You see the kid like scrummaging through the closet. He finds the
Mhm.
gun and he's like pointing it, and he's about to fucking just like try to kill the Joker here. There's
Yeah.
a huge crash. Batman is there, and Batman is like observing the crime scene, and he like barely nudges the mom,
Mhm.
and the kid bursts out of the closet and says, "Don't touch her." And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh fuck, what is this kid gonna do?" And the kid's like, "You did this. Like,
Yeah.
you're here. So you did this." He's like, "No, a very bad person did this, and I'm gonna try to stop them."
Yeah.
And the police come in, Batman leaves, they don't see him. But this kid tells the cops, "Oh yeah, the smiling man and the dude with the wings did this to my parents."
Yeah.
And all the cops are kind of whispering. They're like, "You know what that means, man. You know what
Mhm.
that means. That the Batman was here."
Well, the interesting thing is they omit, because he says a clown and a monster with wings did this. They omit the clown part.
Yeah,
The cops only talk about Batman. And I'm
yeah,
like, oh, that's shady as fuck.
yeah,
Because they know the Batman will do shit against bad cops.
yeah.
So I thought that was
So,
pretty interesting.
did you see the other detective that is here in this short story?
The bald black one?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. He's from previous stuff. He's from
he's from
whatchamacallit?
Gotham Central.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been in a
So
lot of stories before, so
I know, but
yeah.
it's always cool to see some of these
Oh,
characters that
for
we
sure.
haven't really seen, and especially give like a little bit of a limelight to. So
Yeah.
seeing him here, I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And we do see like this firefighter is just like, "It's not fucking my problem. Like you
Yeah.
deal with him. Like I don't. What am I supposed to do?" And
Yeah.
then that's when you see Gordon trying to figure out what they're gonna do with this kid, and then you see he is getting two escorts of police officers talking, and they're like, they're really gonna send him here? Like, I
Yeah.
wouldn't want my fucking kid doing this. He's like, yeah, that's the fucking point, dude. He doesn't have anybody. So
Yeah.
this is where he has to go. He's like, don't worry, kid. I'm sure they'll take care of you at Arkham.
Yeah.
I'm
Then
like,
it's called
what the fuck?
yeah, it's called House of Gotham Chapter 1. So this is
It,
Matthew
it is
Rosenberg.
it is written by
Yeah.
Rosenberg.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised when I saw that. And I was
Yeah.
like, God damn it, dude, you're doing it. You're
Yeah.
going on the upswing. So I was impressed. I am very excited to see if he can still keep this momentum up. He's
Yeah.
doing great things with DC
Ask him if this
Vampires.
is gonna continue to be a back issue or if
So
he's gonna get it.
if you remember,
Uh-huh.
in my conversation with him, he did say he is writing backups for Detective.
Ah, okay.
So this is going to be a continuation story. So
Okay.
it's something that I'm probably going to be continuing reading
Oh, for
after
sure.
the main Shadow of the Bat story
The
for this 12
idea of a
weeks.
kid, yeah, the idea. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
It's all good.
the idea of a kid possibly growing up in Arkham. We saw this with the Arkham Knight, which was
Hmm.
fantastic, and we saw what a Batman incident did to her. So if this is the redheaded kid from the previous story, it would be very interesting. Or if this is
Hmm.
just a different character.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you know,
So I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna have to give kudos to Matt again.
yeah, for sure.
Um, so I dug it. I really
Yeah.
did.
It was fire. It was fire. It's nice to start off the year with a bang. Well, technically, this
Fuck
was
yeah.
last year, but or no,
Yeah,
no, no, this was this year. This was this
yeah.
year.
This is this year.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah. We're
I
mixing our books, so.
Now I will say I'm gonna work smarter, not harder.
Mhm.
Um, at the like this weekend and
Yeah.
probably every weekend moving forward, I'm going to be organizing these books, specifically Batman books,
Mhm.
to help us better our efforts in looking at each month for the end of the year stuff again. So
Ah, yeah. I mean, yeah, because technically, we only need to talk about the stuff we cover.
yeah,
Because if we don't cover it, we know it sucks.
yeah.
So, yeah, if we had a spreadsheet, that might make things easier. Anyways, but you would probably have to separate those two stories. So,
Yeah,
because,
yeah.
because that's gonna be in detective, but I feel like if it turns out to be a banger, like that would be its own thing. Because that's how I forgot about fucking that Batman Beyond.
Ooh, you know what? That's what I'll ask him. I'll ask
Yeah.
him if there's a possibility if
Mhm.
this book, if his story will be printed as a separate trade or if it's going
Yeah.
to stay in the detective trades.
Yeah. We'll see. Anyways, let's move on to our Elseworld stories. The first one we got was from last week, which was DC versus Vampires. Now, I enjoyed this book, but I had a problem with it. And I talked to Clay. Clay didn't seem to have this problem, but I was very nitpicky about certain parts. But overall, what did you think of this book? I enjoyed it. There was this one part that I really didn't like.
I enjoyed it. I did have that same nitpick until I had the aha moment.
Okay.
So I totally understand what you're getting at.
Mhm.
But again, like I explained in our text, I was like, it totally makes sense now. So
Yeah. So yeah, we start the book with a dead Flash because we know that in the last book Hal had killed Flash, and we were just like, "Oh, are you fucking kidding me?" And then I love that everybody's like, "Who would do this?" All this kind of jazz, and fucking Batman's already doing the detective shit. Like he's already 10 steps ahead, and he's already looking at everything. And Hal's like, "We should do this," and Aquaman, "You should go search in
dude,
this."
I like how he's telling everybody what to do. He's like Batman. He's like, and Batman goes, "I know what I'm doing."
Yeah. It's like you're not gonna tell him. Like, I will say I'm excited for this final, like whenever this clash happens between Green Lantern and Batman, because it better be good.
Yeah,
Because like they're button heads. Like you can already tell. And Batman automatically notices the other Wonder Twin. Like he's like, they don't he doesn't say anything. He has a head turn and he's looking at her on the beach. And then we get Ratcatcher fighting some vampire people, and we see Batgirl show up. And what look, I was, ooh, dude, I took a deep breath here. I was like, do not fucking tell me you're gonna off Batgirl already like this, like in issue 3, because that's the one thing which we'll talk about in Steel. But these 12 issue series off people pretty quickly sometimes, and
yeah.
that's the one thing I don't like sometimes. But this one, Batgirl's able to save herself from this vampire, or she's about to be bitten, and then Nightwing comes up, shows, which is really weird here because she has a stake, and it looks like she stabs him, but then he's all like, "Look like you could use some help." And he's like, "I had him almost." So it looks like Nightwing saved her.
She was
So
about to stab him.
yeah. And so yeah, this vampire dies because he gets staked by Nightwing. There's some crazy sexual tension here. Like these, if they don't fuck in this book, I'm gonna be disappointed. Because like there is some hardcore sexual tension going on between, or I should say sexual flirtation.
Yeah.
Because it's not intense. Like it's just she's like, this is my beat. And he's like, no, I'm pretty sure this is my beat. She's like, no, I think you wanted to be over here. And I'm just like, nah, just do it already. Calm down. And Ratcatcher's even like, really? Are y'all gonna flirt right here? Are you gonna take me in? Like, what the fuck? Like, he's like, he doesn't even want to hear it. And so we see Batman down in the sewers, and he's like, you can come out. And she's like, you're looking for my brother, right? And
Yeah.
he's all like, I have my theories, blah, 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 blah. Apparently, Green Lantern did not clean up the crime scene well enough in the Justice League Tower, and Batman had picked up on it because he's the world's greatest detective. She's like, I feel him, but I can't sense him or whatever. Batman is telling him, like, you should go home. You're not ready for this. She was like, no, it's my brother. I need to find out. And he's like, all right. I noted there was 3 people in the room or something like that, and 2 of them didn't, like, there's no trace of them now.
Yeah.
And your brother was one of those people. So she's crying, and he's like, I'm going to find out. He dives into the doo-doo water, what it seems like, and he's trying to find, like, what is going on. But before that, we see Penguin running away from some vampires, gets tripped up, and Zatanna's there, and he's like, I could pay you. I need your help, whatever you can do. And she's like, I don't know, man. I kind of want a snack. And he's like,
what?
Yeah.
And you see her teeth and everything, and I was like, no, not
Yeah,
Zatanna.
I was like, come on. And so that leads to the part I had a problem with. Because after we see Zatanna's teeth, we see Wonder Woman at the where Barry died. And Green Lantern shows up, and she's like, hello, Hal. And he's like, Diana, is everything okay? They start talking about Barry, and he's like, yeah, he's like, kind of sucks, blah, blah. Like, Hal's being kind of nonchalant about it, where Wonder Woman's actually testing him. She's like, he was your best friend, and you don't seem to be really distraught about this because you're talking to him in the past tense already or whatever. And she's just kind of calling him out. And he's like, yeah, Barry always had a crush on you, Diana. I mean, everybody did. I mean, come on, let's be real. He's like, I even did, blah, blah, blah. And then she throws the lasso around him. And she's like, tell me the truth.
And
He's
that's when, like, his fangs start to come out, and he's like, I am telling you the truth. But to be honest, I am a vampire. And he starts monologuing, and she's just like, what the fuck, man? Barry was one of us. He was your friend. Why did you do this? He's like, I didn't want to do this.
Yeah.
And he says, what does he say? He says, I'm so sorry you feel that way, truly, but you didn't lose me, Diana. I promise. I'd never hurt you looking at me and see that I'm not lying. So this is the part that I kind of glossed over.
Mm-hmm.
But it does make sense, because the next thing you know, Hal basically says, like, oh, like, I was okay with killing one friend, but it sucks knowing that I have to kill 2.
Mm-hmm.
And he is talking to Diana, and her whole body posture just, like, slumps over.
Yeah.
And she is just kind of just standing there, just, listening to all of this. He gets real close, and he fucking bites her.
Yeah.
And you were like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I know she got hypnotized, but I just thought it was stupid.
So I get it, though, because being able to hypnotize people is a classic vampire trope. It is a classic vampire power that is not used a whole lot when it comes to vampires in the modern age.
Mm-hmm.
So if people don't really, like, if they're not fans of, like, old school 80s and older vampire stuff,
Mm-hmm.
they're probably not going to understand this reference.
Yeah. My thing was, it just seems like there's always something ridiculous that takes out the most powerful people in these stories, right? To make everybody else be like, all right, now we're on a level playing field.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to see now if this turns around and Wonder Woman's just playing his game and she's really not a vampire and she's an Amazonian and she's like, you can't fucking change a god, asshole. Like, you know what I mean? And she's playing the long game, then I'll be okay with it in the long run. But if she's a vampire and she's going to be a villain, I'm like, I wanted to see Wonder Woman going up against like 100 vampires and just fucking all of them up with her fucking sword and shield. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see something like that. But knowing that, like, one, I mentioned this to Clay too, like, all these heroes are getting KO'd pretty easy. And I'm like, come on, I want to see a fight. Like, I don't mind Hal winning because that'll further the story. But, like, Barry died super fast. Diana gets hypnotized. Like, if she would have put up a fight and then he won her over and bit her,
but do you know what that means?
What?
Superman's next.
Yeah. But see, like, at that point, it should be Superman with Batman back-to-back fighting a bunch of fucking vampires together. You know what I mean? Like,
But I can already see two ways Superman can be turned into a vampire.
kryptonite. So you weaken his
So
skin.
so just like how
But he
Hal
needs the sun, though.
so yes, and like that's I want to go back because I feel like there is a Superman vampire story
Mm-hmm.
and how like the radiation deals with his blood and everything. Like I
Yeah.
feel like that has something that DC has explored, and I'd like to see if they bring it up here.
Yeah.
But Hal, the same way he did it with the vampire in the very beginning of this series, he used his ring to use the different spectrums of light to
Yeah.
basically burn him alive. Well, in old continuity of DC, he was able to change the spectrum of light to kryptonite
Mm-hmm.
and to give off that same radiation. So
Yeah.
he could weaken Superman
Mm-hmm.
and then bite him so he becomes a vampire,
Yeah.
or because Amazonians are gods and therefore like dealing with magic, I think Diana could technically bite Superman.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan because now what it is setting this up for, which is very typical, and as a Batman fan, I already know what's coming. It's the Bat family against the world. That's
Mm-hmm.
what this is gonna be. But we don't get enough good Trinity stories. Like we
No.
just don't. I want to see them all back to back against the world and being like, we're best friends. Like even though that's fucking cheesy, but we're gonna fucking beat the shit out of everybody because we're the fucking best.
Yeah.
And we don't get enough of that. And there was that short Trinity series, but it wasn't the best. You know,
It
back in
really
New
wasn't like
52.
it was New 52, but there was also one in the very beginning of Rebirth.
Yeah,
That was not great either,
yeah,
just because it was having to deal with once again continuity. It
yeah,
was having to deal with like you have the three biggest heroes, and you're telling me that they are able to find time in their heavy schedules of saving the world slash Gotham metropolis and wherever Diana is,
yeah,
you know, to team up on some stuff. Like it's kind of hard to make a
yeah,
Trinity book work, to be honest. So
yeah,
I can understand that. I can
yeah.
totally understand it.
To make it work if you get rid of the Justice League book. But anyways, so that was my biggest gripe with the book. Like I just wish Diana would have put up a fight. But now she's automatically a vampire because she got hypnotized. It is what it is, but that's just my gripe. Anyways, we do get to see another bombshell, which is Black Canary kicking some ass. She shows up, or not kick, well, she does kick some ass, but she shows up with the dead penguin, and Robin's all like, "Did you do this?" And she's like, "Did you do this?" And they're kind of like going back and forth, and they start fighting, and he's all like, "Yo, we're good." So Robin actually kind of gets her in a chokehold, like, so he's kind of winning, which is dope. After they're doing this little scramble, and then she stabs him with something, and he's like, "Ah, what the fuck?" And she's all like, I had to check if you're real or not." And he's like, "I'm not a vampire." And he's like, "Oh, you're not a vampire?" She's like, "Nope." And he's like, "Let's find out if you're not either." And Damien, don't follow me. And so this goes back to after that little scuffle with Damien and Black Canary. It goes back to the other Wonder Twin and Batman. He dives into the poop water and he finds his ring, or the kid's ring or whatever. Because I guess she's part of the fucking league too or whatever. I don't
Yeah.
know much about them. So, and she's all like, "I'm so sorry." Or Batman's like, "I'm sorry. It's all I could find." And he's like, "That's all that's left to him." And she's like, "Who did this?" And Batman is like, "Bone is hard to cut through. Even the strongest metal blades leave particle fragments along the cut, and there aren't any here. The blade wasn't made of metal, it was made of light." So Batman's already got his fucking hypothesis here. Like, it can only be so many people that fucking deal with light, right? And he knows who's at the fucking Justice League Tower, all that kind of shit everywhere. So, interesting. Then we go out to seeing Black Canary at this old truck stop out somewhere in the fucking desert. And we hear a password, and she's like, "Shut up." And we see it's Red Arrow. I mean, I don't know if that's what he's called in this book, but it is what it is. Speedy, or whatever you want to call him. And she's all like, "I don't know the fucking password." And he's like, "The vampire wouldn't know that either." And like, blah, 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 and all this kind of shit. And she's like, "Who cares?" And then Green Arrow comes out and he's like, "I don't even know the password." And he's like, nah. And then he gives him some coffee. She steals a fry. She's about to eat it. And then, like, they get some lovey dovey moments here. And she has a whole bunch of blood.
I know. She makes it sound like she got all of that from Damien. I was like, how the fuck? Like, what's
Yeah.
going on? But it does seem that they have their own operation.
Yeah.
We still haven't really seen, other than the, part in the very beginning of this series of like
Hmm.
Green Arrow in the background, kind of like
Yeah.
watching everything.
Yeah.
So we can just assume that he got, in the know while everything was going down with the Legion of Doom.
Yeah.
But I would actually really like to know how Green Arrow got the heads up on everything.
For sure. Yeah, I think that's going to be a great part of the story to find out, especially when him and Batman do team up together. Because I'm assuming that's going to be the eventual thing, right? Because
Yeah.
they've always butted heads. Like it's two billionaire boys. Like, oh, I'm better than you. I'm better than you.
Yeah.
But I mean, Batman is better. I'm just gonna throw that out there. But I liked how he has his own board with like who. It doesn't show who they can trust, but you can assume that's kind of what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because Black Canary is like, we need allies. And he's like, right now we don't know who we can trust. And so I think that's pretty cool. Then we get people at the Justice League. They're at we'll just assume the Hall of Justice. They're kind of seeing like what's going on here. And Ollie and Diana are still missing, says Superman and Batman. He's like, we need to talk. And then it goes and it shows Wonder Woman all still very just straight, looking straight. And she's like, Batman killed Barry Allen. And then we get this kind of goofy panel at the end where it's all red and everybody's like, ah! Like they just saw a ghost. I feel like it's homage to something, but I don't know.
It is her looking at them.
Oh.
That is showing that she has turned.
Yeah.
That she is a vampire.
So I'm not a big fan of that. See, like, because we know there have been books where Batman has beat Wonder Woman, but Batman always says there is no plan to beat Wonder Woman. Like, it's very hard. So I'm really hoping Superman doesn't turn and he's the one that beats Wonder Woman. You know what I mean? Like, Superman doesn't always need to turn or get killed or do anything. Like, sometimes he could be a part of the winning crew. Like,
yeah,
you know?
I mean, I really enjoy Superman, but like, it's just this new modern age of thinking, oh, you can't really do anything with Superman because he's perfect, and like it's really hard to do anything with Superman, so we're just gonna like kill him off, or we're gonna set him off to the side or do whatever. So I expect him to be a vampire. Like I expect him to get bit.
Yeah. So I mean, it'll be very interesting to see what happens. Because he always constantly dies. Like it's just like, bro. I mean, of course, Batman he dies a lot too, but he usually has a lot longer story.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Let's leave 119 for our last story since it is the new Batman year, and let's go on to DC Steel, Dark Knights of Steel. What did you think of this one?
So Clark's or Kal-El's sister takes no shit, dude.
Nah.
She holy fuck.
She is a gangster.
Dude. Now I will say this is turning out to be better than I thought it would.
Yeah.
In all honesty. The idea of Game of Thrones DC style is kind of a hard, like, it's a cool pitch, but can you pull it off?
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's pulling it off so far.
Yeah. I am enjoying it. The ending, I just don't like because I didn't like what happened in the first book.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But for the most part, this whole issue is just fallout from the last issue. For those of you that don't remember, in the last Steel book, we saw that Supergirl found out about her father, and she was like, who the fuck was this? She already knew. She goes to the fucking, Kingdom of Storms or whatever, and takes fucking Black Lightning's son and drops him from the fucking heavens, and he dies. So he shows up to the Amazonian island. They show up with fucking blades, and they're like, bitch, you're not supposed to step on the grounds of our island.
That was cool. Like, that was the kind of vibe that I was like, oh shit, like they're taking shit serious. Like, it's one thing for man to stumble upon the Amazon island of the Themyscira, but like to purposely step foot, and they're not allowed to even step foot on it. They're like,
Yeah.
"Oh fuck no, you just broke a rule. We're gonna kill you
Yeah.
now."
So
Like,
that was kind of
oh
cool.
shit.
So Wonder Woman and Hippolyta go on the boat to have this meeting. And we find he tells him, like, my son's been killed. And they're like, who did it? And he's like, it was, what's her name? Zara, right?
Yeah.
So they're like, it was Zara. And Wonder Woman,
Zala, sorry.
Zala.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman's like, fuck no, Zala would never do this. And she's like, I fucking saw it, bitch. Like, I fucking saw it. Like, what do you mean? And he's like, no way, blah, blah. And so the Amazonians have had a pact with the Kingdom of Storms throughout all of time. So Hippolyta's all like, if you go to war, we will stand with the fucking Kingdom of Storms. Like, it'll stay that way.
And this
And
is where Wonder Woman's like, "Oh, fuck you. No
yeah,
way. I'm going to go settle this right now. I'm going to go talk to her. We're going to settle all of this and you'll see she didn't
mhm,
do it." And I love what this does for Constantine and Jefferson.
mhm,
Now, you see a back and forth with Diana and Lois,
yeah,
and she's like, "Hey, no hard feelings." And she's like, "What do you mean? Like, you're going to make the world more peaceful. Like, you're
mhm,
good. Like, go find your princess." And this is where we see Jefferson and Constantine talk on the ship,
yeah,
and Constantine's like, "You're fucking stupid. Like, why would you do that? Now you have this like Amazonian princess like out to, settle things, and she's gonna be your worst enemy." And Jefferson is like, "Oh, did I do that? Or did I remove one of the biggest influences for the elves out from Amazon Island?"
yeah,
And Constantine was like, "Oh shit, I didn't think of it that way."
yeah,
Like, that is quick thinking. And I dug the way Taylor was able to show that
yeah.
without like necessarily spoon feeding it to you.
For sure. Yeah, that was pretty cool. But then we see Supergirl show up, and it automatically goes off. He's like, "So you met with the Amazons?" And he's all like, "I wasn't ready for you last time, but I am now." And he fucking shoots this huge lightning bolt at her. She gets taken down and falls into the water, but that doesn't do a damn thing. She comes out like a fucking tornado, destroys the ship, and just puts a stake through fucking what's his name?
Yeah, through
And
Jefferson.
Jefferson. And then she flies away. She's like, "Bitch, I'm out. Like, I did my shit." And he's there dying, and Constantine's like, "Dude, I didn't even see her, bro. Like, I'm so sorry." Like, and he's like, "It's all good." He's like, "I need you, my friend. Like, my daughter is going to need you because she is queen." So this is seeming like it's gonna be battles of queens. It's gonna be
Mhm.
all queens. It's not gonna be men. It's gonna be fucking queens on this battlefield, which I think is pretty dope because I don't think the women in the DC universe get enough praise. And
Mhm.
it seems like this is gonna be a big ass fucking battle. So that's going to be pretty interesting. And then we find out this happened earlier in the book that something green fell from the sky. It was like a comet. And we saw that the Metal Men, which I thought was very interesting to incorporate something like from just a random book. They're just like all in knights in armor or whatever. So they're called the Metal Men, are going to inspect this. But Zala is there and he's like, "What are you doing on our property or on our land or whatever?" And she's like, "I'm just investigating some stuff." And she just murders all of them.
Yeah.
And they're just like, "Oh shit." And of course, Bruce and Amanda Waller and everybody saw this thing fall from the sky, or they got notified of it. And they're like, "I need to go check this out. I need to go check this out."
Apparently there is some sort of prophecy with
Yeah.
the something green from the sky
Yeah,
falling.
which
So,
we now know it's kryptonite, so this is to destroy the elves. I love that Clark is all like, "We don't have prophecies on our land," and Harley's well like, "Yeah, but your planet doesn't exist anymore, so maybe you should
it
believe in
was
them."
so good. It was so good.
So
Oh
I was like,
man.
"God damn, dude." Harley's my favorite part of this book. Like, she's just so like great. Um, but Batman's like, "Harley, can you go talk to the woman of the forest and let her know that we're on her way?" And she's like, "Yeah."
Poison
Yeah. She was
ivy.
like, "I can, but she's probably not going to be happy about it." So that's cool. The relationship, she has some kind of relationship with Ivy. We're assuming it's Ivy. Yeah, so Batman, of course, is like, "I got to go check this out." Clark is against it, but his mom is like, "Go do it, go check it out, report back. We won't have the funeral until you're back." And then so him and Alfred get to this area. The comet looks like it is gone, whatever it was, which I'm curious on who took it. I'm assuming it's going to be the green man, but we don't know
Yeah.
about. And but there's a shard left of it, and Alfred picks it up, and Bruce starts like, convulsing, or he's like faints or whatever, which is typical of a Kryptonian when he's around kryptonite.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, I don't know what's happening to me." He's I need to tell you the truth, Alfred. He's like, "Son, I already know, and it's time for you to know the truth too." And so the next thing is called The Secret History of the Batman. And yeah, this was pretty cool. I just, again, I don't like Batman as a Kryptonian because now he's just going to have every weakness that Superman has. And I would have rather him just been a badass knight in this whole situation. It's very rare that we get the Dark Knight as a real knight, but now he's a fucking Kryptonian. I'm like, come on, this was the one time.
I do still think, though, like, he does know it. And if he was going to be an all-out Kryptonian, you would think, oh, I'm Kryptonian now. I'm going to try to do this or try to do that.
Mm-hmm.
He's still trying to be Batman.
Yeah, I know, but you don't think he's going to fucking fly and go toe-to-toe with Zala or somebody, you know what I mean?
I think he will eventually, but I still think that because of the stubbornness of Batman, that he's still going to be at his roots Batman.
Yeah, but Batman would find a way to beat anybody, and now he can't beat Zala the way you would normally win, right? Because he can't use the fucking tech, or he can't use the kryptonite because it hurts himself.
True.
So, yeah, I don't know. I've always loved the dynamic of, a normal person fighting a god. And maybe just because, Taylor wants to be so brutal in this book that he's like, Batman ain't gonna survive. Like, there's no way I can keep this brutality up, and I have to make him this. So I'm like, okay. But you could have got around that with maybe some wizard shit. You know what I mean? Like, we'll put a spell on you to help you survive these kind of things, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
Because then you could have introduced Zatanna at some point. That would have been cool. But, we'll see. This doesn't, that's just a nitpick from me. It's not like I hate the story. I think the story is fucking fantastic. I don't like seeing Batman as a Kryptonian. That's it. So, but for the most part, solid fucking book. So,
yeah,
I'm down.
Really, really solid. So far, Tom Taylor has me sold for the trade. Like, I'm gonna buy this trade. I can only imagine what it's gonna look like in hardcover. So it's just like, fuck yeah.
If it ever gets one, the way they go, it's because they'll probably release the first half in hardcover and the last in trade paperback, and then you never get the whole fucking story because we still haven't even got Doomsday Clock hardcover.
Well, see, because it's Tom Taylor, I think it's completely different. Because even his Nightwing first volume got a hardcover.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's already got a hardcover. So I think that...
But that's an ongoing series, though. Like, that happened with Tom King, too.
Yeah, but even his, like, deceased stuff all got hardcovers. Like, even his, like, Unkillables, everything got a hardcover.
Those aren't 12 issues, though, right?
No.
See? It's like... For some reason, DC takes forever to drop the hardcovers for some 12-issue things. I cannot believe Doomsday Clock does not have a hardcover 12 issues. It blows my mind.
I will say, I think it also has to do with the paper shortage. There is technically still a paper shortage, and there are some books, especially heavily illustrated books, that have been getting delays.
Yeah, either way, we'll see. Doomsday Clock's been, 2 or 3 years now?
Yeah.
So
no excuses for that.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. They've printed some just take some books off the fucking shelves that we don't need anymore and fucking, print Doomsday Clock. But either way, let's move on to the final book of the freaking podcast, which is Batman 119, The New Era, which is from Joshua Williamson. Still great, in my opinion. I think the story's pretty solid. Do you have any issues with the book?
I didn't really have any issues. It did remind us of a very horrible time of DC books.
Yeah, a little bit.
We saw the Martian Lex Luthor here.
Yeah.
I was like, ugh, don't want to be reminded of that.
Yeah.
But overall, like, I don't know how I feel about the ending. Like that last panel and how they're going to explain all that.
Yeah.
But overall, I think it was still a solid issue. I like the confrontations between Lex and Bruce, because
Yeah.
just like Green Arrow and Bruce, like freaking Oliver
Yeah.
and Bruce, they clash, but they're good guys, so nothing really bad is gonna happen.
Yeah.
But these are two billionaires that always go after each other's companies,
1
or
billionaire right now.
1 billionaire right
Yeah.
now. Uh, Especially, there's a part in here where like Lex really just shows how much money he has,
Yeah, that's
and
fucked up.
and how much money Bruce doesn't have,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, what a fucking dick, dude. Like,
Yeah.
it
It's
was rough.
insane. So it starts off with Lex, showing up to the crime scene. Batman's like, "What are you doing here, Lex?" And like all this stuff. And Lex is like, "Me and Batman go way back." That's when we get that flashback of what they've been through. And he's all like, "You're funding, the league or whatever, or the Batman Inc." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm fully supporting them and the city." And then we see these two flashing lights, and they're like, "Oh, there's an all-out order to shoot masks on spot or whatever." So we see these soldiers start shooting. They're like, "It's Batman." Lex doesn't even move. He's just chilling. But the cool thing is Batman does his Batman thing, smoke bombs them, ties them up, even leaves a little note for everybody. And the detectives out there, she's like, "He preserved the crime scene." Like, what the fuck? And they're like all tied up, and I'm like, yeah, that's dope. And so what ends up happening is then Lex and Bruce have dinner, and this is what Clay was talking about. Is Lex goes on, he's like, hey, he bought out this whole restaurant so they could have their privacy. And Lex talks about this story of buying the most like expensive bottle of wine. And what ended up happening was, there was this long process and shit got destroyed, and there was only one case. And like, there's one case left in the world, and he bought
So
it.
that's not Lex talking.
No?
That's Bruce.
Oh.
This is part of Bruce's collection.
Oh shit! I read it wrong
So
then.
Bruce doesn't have that much money anymore.
Mhm.
So he is still coming up to Lex with this $multi-million glass or bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh
that's what
shit.
I was confused about too, and until I went back. So he is talking at first. Well, it says here, like, basically Bruce is telling the history of this bottle.
Yeah, there you go.
And then Lex is like looking at it and everything. He's all like, "Oh, you know what? Even a drop of this, one drop is more than any like more money than anybody makes in their like entire year."
Yeah.
And so while he pops open the cork and he pours himself a glass, and then while he's talking to Bruce, he just stands up and fucking pours the entire bottle
Yeah.
on the fucking floor.
Yeah. Pretty gangster. And while he's doing this, he's talking about the price really is more symbolic, isn't it? We're not even paying for the wine. You're paying for the story, the legend, like Batman.
Mhm.
So he's essentially saying he bought Batman Inc. for the legend of Batman.
Yeah.
And he's saying he was all just like the world needs a Superman, the world needs a Batman. I could give you everything you need to keep being Batman because you don't even look like you can get a good tailored suit right now.
And of course, this is just the Lex Luthor way to go. He's like, hey, just like Ju said, you can be Batman,
Yeah.
but I'm going to be the face of Batman now.
Yeah.
And like, oh, fuck, dude. It's just, this is, I didn't think this was a story that I needed. And I'm just like, fuck, this is
Yeah.
great. This is great.
How bad does this make fucking Lucius look, that asshole? For holding on to all of
Yeah.
Bruce's billions? Like, God, he's such an asshole. Like, I don't it is kind of dumb, and I understand that we just got to believe it. It's for the story, but like everything they've been able to do, they can't figure out a way to just give him all his money back. Like, you know what I mean? He could be like, "Hey, it's my money right now, but here's a credit card. If you need to buy anything, just fucking let me know what you need to buy." You know what I mean? But Lucius is
Mhm.
on his whole thing about hating masks or whatever, so I get it. But yeah, Bruce does try to like he grabs Lex and he's like, "Ah, you bitch." And he lets him go and he's like, "Don't get emotional on me, blah blah." He's like, "With my help, my money, you can continue to be the best Batman you can be." Bruce ends up leaving, and he's like, you know, we will know if Batman Inc. is innocent, or at the very least, if they took out a real serial killer. It's a win-win. And he did the Batman thing. He thought he was talking to Bruce, but you know, Batman did the Batman, and Bruce did the Batman thing, disappeared, and now he's in, you know, looking for what's going on. And this is when we get a visual of the body, because you know they're gonna take it to LexCorp, because Lex said they're taking it to my facility. You can examine it, all that jazz. You just got to work for me. And
Mhm.
of course, Batman don't want to fucking do that. So he's like, I gotta beat him to before they move it so I can examine it. And he's working with this chick, this detective girl. She's like, dude, we gotta work with the Batman. They're like, no, 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 no. Lex donates so much money. We gotta fucking do what he wants. It doesn't really matter. All this jazz. She's like, you gotta help. He's like, no, we're not gonna do it. And so some shit happens. He ends up calling her and he's like, give me 90 seconds with this body and I can figure it out. Just get
Tell
them to the
them,
rooftop.
tell them
Yeah.
that I'm at the roof.
Yeah.
And she tells them. Next thing he knows, like next thing she knows, he's already taken the body. She's like, "How the fuck is he doing this?"
Yeah.
And he takes her. He takes the body down to the coroner's thing again, the coroner's office, the morgue, and he is opening the bag. He's like, "This is not the same body. What the hell's going on?" He's looking. There's like still an entry wound in the forehead or in
Yeah.
the temple of the head, and then like this black goo comes out of its mouth.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What the fuck is this? Like something's wrong with the electrical." And that's when the power goes out.
Yeah.
And I like the visual here. Like
For sure.
if I could, so we bought black and white test prints
Hmm.
for a page. If I can get the test print here of this fucking night vision infrared, and
Yeah.
then he goes like all dark and he's like, "Oh shit," and he throws something. I think it's a flash grenade.
Yeah.
Everything else, the art is fucking immaculate after
Yeah.
this. And we see Abyss. He actually faked his death. How do you feel about this?
I thought it was cool. Because it's not something you normally see. And I know nothing of this character. So
Mhm.
I'm curious, why would he fake his death? Like, what's the point? But we did find out that apparently Batman created him, like every other villain, apparently.
Yeah.
So I want to see what the story is on that. But I kind of like that Abyss, he had something new to him. That Batman even says it. Like, he's all like, after the power goes out, he was like, this is something new. And that's when he does the infrared. He changes through, he's like infrared, night vision, and nothing works. He throws the flashbang. He's like, this is complete darkness. He's like, I can still see myself, but I can't see my surroundings. He's like, it doesn't matter. Like, this is a nice trick, but I love the dark. And that's when Abyss shows up and he's like, I'm not dead, Batman. And then so they start fighting. And he's like, I'm a creature of darkness. I was born in the shadows, just like you, yada, 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 giving his whole thing. But he gets the upper hand on Batman and uses his scythe weapon to slice him, like across the chest or whatever. And I got to say, that visual of him with the scythe, like taking up a majority of the panel, looks fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's pretty cool. And then he's like, otherwise, he's like, go back to Gotham, Batman. Otherwise, you risk getting lost in the abyss forever. And I was like, okay, that could be kind of campy, but at the same time, like he just fucked up Batman. So I'm like, that's kind of cool.
And I will say this. We, it seems, have completely flipped on this idea. Because
Yeah.
when we saw it, we're like, this is just Phantasm again. This looks like
Yeah.
fucking uh the what was
Wish
the other
version.
character that the uh
Oh, from year two?
yeah.
Yeah, I forget
Eh,
his name, but yeah.
yeah. But we thought it was going to be another version of him, and we're
Hmm.
like, this can't be all that great. This sets the tone for this to happen so well.
Yeah.
And it makes me like, I was in the moment. I wasn't outside like super analyzing everything at first.
Yeah.
And that's how I know Williamson has me in this story, at least.
Hmm.
Now, again, just like Robin 9, he can take us completely out of the story. I
Yeah.
hope it doesn't happen. But so far, it's been a great, like, 2 issues.
Yeah, so the detective finds Batman after he gets sliced and he's bleeding and he's like, yo, instead of trying to help him, she's all like, the chief is putting the whole building on lockdown. You got to get out of here. And not trying to help him at all. She's like, you got to dip. And he's like, I can't. It's too dark. So, and there's like this old school, it feels like a 66 panel
It
where
really does.
like Batman, his eyes are just black. So the next thing is the blind bat must free Batman Inc. So it looks like we're gonna be getting a story of Batman being blind, and he has to use all of his things that he knows that he's learned to fight, in darkness to solve this crime.
Yeah.
Um, I can't say I remember reading a story like this.
Mm-mm.
So I'm pretty sure they've done Blind as a Bat before, but like I don't think it was this level because it's not like something got in his eyes and he's like, oh fuck, I'll be good in 2 or 3 days. Like this is some kind of power or something that's over him. And it is from a character like Abyss. And I'm just like, okay. I was like, I kind of want to learn more about this. This is interesting. And yeah, I'm intrigued, and I think that's the best thing you can do when it comes to books. Like I want the next issue. That's all. That's the way you leave me.
Yeah, he has me enveloped into the story. Keep me in this state for
Yeah,
your entire run.
yeah.
Because otherwise we will tear it apart.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, it only takes one issue for me to be like, this was fucking awful. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And he has shown that he's done good issues, but can you maintain it? I think that's what's the story of a good writer, right? Like,
Yeah.
can you maintain that momentum, that craziness? I was thinking about this the other day. Like, it was insane in King's run to think about how many different stories we got inside of that bigger story. Like there was so many good ones. Like you had the first date stuff, you had the freaking trial, you had even the whole Ivy situation, like when Batman dies. Like there was so many mini arcs in there that I was just like, well, damn. And the whole time it was building over this whole Bane situation, right? And like I think people again, I always think that in the long term or in the long run, people are gonna look back on King's Run and be like, holy shit, like that was actually really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ken Williamson, and it's I want to say he doesn't have more pressure, but he has less excuses to not make this a good book because he's not doing bi-weekly.
No, he's
So
not.
he should be able to knock this out of the park because he has more time on this book. Granted, I know he's working on a whole bunch of other shit, but still, like, they push this back for you. You're dropping only one a month. So everyone should be a banger because you're not giving us, we're not getting Batman as much anymore. Um, and we don't know if that's going to change. Like, maybe he just needs time to write more to make multiple issues. I don't know. Or if this is going to stay, like, because that means we're only getting 12 issues this year, which would be crazy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like if they're this good, who gives a shit? But yeah, for the most part, Williamson killing it. I love the way 2022 is starting out with some great books. And yeah, I'm excited for the future. But Clay, I think tomorrow is your birthday.
Yes, it is.
Oh shit! Everybody in the freaking comment section on YouTube, go tell Clay happy birthday because this should be dropping tomorrow.
The
So it will
big
be his
three
birthday.
O.
Ooh, damn. You're supposed to have that fucking if it happens like everybody else, you start reflecting on life and what you want to do and all that bullshit. I don't know why it happens, but it happens. You're just like, well,
No,
damn, what have I
I
done?
like the video. I can't remember who did it. But it's like 29, 29, 29. Like it shows his whole year of 29, and he's
Yeah.
like doing all sorts of shit. He's doing backflips, he's doing
Yeah.
like he's able to jump, he's able to do all sorts of stuff. And like as soon as midnight hits, it's like his whole entire body just fucking shuts
Yeah.
down. He's like, what the fuck is happening to
Yep.
me?
Yep. That's life, man. It fucking feels it, man. But besides your birthday, what else you got going on?
um I have been reviewing the Book of Boba Fett over at Star Wars Alliance right now. We have 2 episodes up on that. So go check that out. Over on DC Alliance, we started talking a lot of the same stuff that we did here regarding the Justice League, the new Justice League of the DCEU, as it seems. But we are going to be going over Superman and Lois season 2, of course, Peacemaker on Thursday. And then let's see here. What else? Uh, there is a little bit of surprise for you guys who like indie books. I'm not going to say what it is yet because for my birthday, am interviewing 3 writers at the same time because there is a massive crossover event in indie comics that is coming out. And once I do the interview, I can talk about it then and tell you guys when it is going to be posted over on a different podcast. But I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be very, very cool. A very cool happy birthday to me because I enjoy all 3 of those writers. And then, basically it.
Nice, man. Nice. I am still doing the YouTube things, ladies and gentlemen. I got a lot going on. I am currently training every day, as I put it, to try to get noticed by a big YouTuber right now. Which is he saw one of my videos, but it's not good enough for me yet. I'm trying to collab with him in some way. I did start 2 new series on my gaming channel. One's called Not Safe for Work Wednesday, where I'm playing AVN games. Those are adult visual novels, and I'll be playing just other random things. They're safe for YouTube if you want to watch them, but if you want the uncensored stuff, you got to go check out my Patreon. And I also do Thriller Thursday, where I'm playing horror games. So those are new things to expect, but I am trying to upload way more content on the gaming channel. And the reaction channel, I have kind of just turned back to being a full reaction channel where I'm just reacting to a whole bunch of bullshit. So definitely go check that out if you want to see it. Follow me on TikTok if you want to keep up to date with my challenge. And I am back on Twitter, but I do want to say I am only using Twitter for this whole thing that I'm doing to reach out and try to network. So I'm not on there a lot. You can follow me. I might hit you back up every once in a while if you respond, but it's not the best place to reach me. My Discord is still the best place to go join, hang out with us, but definitely go check out that. But that is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. We hope your start of your new year has been great. Hopefully you're staying healthy, all of that jazz. Hopefully you had a good Christmas and holiday and all that. But as always, he is Fanboy Clay. I am Juice Wayne. And remember, Batman is awesome. See you guys next time. New